That's yours, that.
Thank you.
Mum's the word. Everyone okay? I hope everyone's all right. There will be soon. From the chat. Emma's just going to show you what she got sent in the post today. This is how pathetic the trolls are. Remember, they kept saying they were going to send something, so she dripped it up in an anger this morning, obviously.
To sexy Emma.
To my sexy Emma, right?
And then
it's like a 5-year-old, and then it was all in a card like that. So she dripped it up.
To my Emma.
To my Emma. Absolute crackerjacks.
From you know who.
Yeah. We know it's you fucking pair of clowns. Is that the most you can do? Oh, I'm really scared of it. Oh, I might just wait a minute. I might get him charged for this. I'm scared of that envelope. I'm scared of the envelope. Look. I'm frightened of the envelope. Emma, it's going to get you quick.
Hang on, I didn't know you were alive. I would have been on.
Didn't know. Look at that. I'm in fear of that. Help, help. Get the police. There's a bit of tin foils on there. Look. Oh. Ah! So she's had the card. Fucking, where's mine? I'm fucking gutted. Good, where's my card? That's how pathetic he is, the little fat, stupid, greasy cunt. That's the shit we get. It's fucking insane, and he really thinks he's going to get me in court, but he keeps doing all these daft things. The cops are watching everything, like he said. So I've been on the phone to these other solicitors down south, London way, real top solicitors, friends of mine, they're friends of mine, know them, their solicitors as well. So I spoke to this woman, she's really right. Oh yeah, all that posh voice. And she went, if you were in a wheelchair and you're paralysed and you're in a hospital bed, and they know you're in a hospital bed and you're in a wheelchair, even if you had said that threat, I'm going to do this, they know you can't do it. Because he knows you were in a wheelchair and he knows you can't walk and he knows you can't even cook. I said, I can't even cook my food with my hands with a knife and fork. Well, how could you, in any way, shape, or form, get up out of a chair and walk and physically have a fight with them or stab them or whatever you're supposed to have said to them? We can prove 100% that you can do it. And he knew you had the operation because in London he's going, Spacker Brian in your wheelchair, you can't walk, Brian, you can't walk. He knew I could walk. So she said, if you've got them videos of him talking like that, and he knew you're in a wheelchair, the case is finished. Before it even goes to court, I will get it to the CPS and it'll be kicked out of court. There's nothing there. So that's all the evidence they're going on. Well, up to now, that's the only thing they've got. Nothing else. So he knew I was in a wheelchair because he's shouting in his back of Brian, retard Brian, I'll fight you down the gym. Come and fight me now, Brian. You can't fight, can you, because you're in a wheelchair and all this stuff. So it's also enticing you in the heat of the moment, and especially with your house being smashed up and your wife's being threatened to rape your wife and stuff. What any hot-blooded person would say, it's in the heat of the moment. So therefore, it's not intent. So the intent would be if I said, I'm coming to your house tomorrow, I'm bringing a couple of lads with me, I'm going to fucking do you then you get charged. But people like Irish Bull can do it. Threatening to kill my wife, shoot me, shoot my wife, kill the dogs. The other one can say, kill your dogs. And they can get off with it. They keep getting off with it, don't they? They just keep getting off with it. Make a tinfoil hat, yeah. So now she's got a card. Where's my fucking card? And that's how pathetic that all that effort to send a card, as if that's fucking going to scare you. But he's scared of the word me saying the word tinfoil. I'm now. I was on bail. I was told by the fucking police, and my solicitor, I was not allowed to say the word tinfoil on the internet while I was on bail, and I was not allowed to go to Stokesy where he lives. Stop it! I was not allowed to mention the names. Obviously, I was on bail for, I think it was 3 months. Then went back, put up another 3 months, and then after 3 months, I'm on release under investigation, which is coming up on the 25th this month. I'll have had this hanging over me for a year. So the juvenile mental stress, when I get not guilty of this, I'll just put it right on their toes. The police as well. I know they arrested me and everything, but he knew I was in a wheelchair. I never thought of that. She said, well, if you're in a wheelchair and you're shouting, what's the fight in your wheelchair, you know you're in a wheelchair, how can you in any way, you're not able body to get up, and can you prove, because I've got all the stuff, all the letters from the solicitors, those solicitors, I've got all the letters from the hospital. I've got videos of me going to the hospital, and you can see me in a wheelchair, and you can see me in the hospital in a bed trying to talk. You can see me, I can't even walk. All the Christians have come to the house praying for me, and they're all trying to get me to walk because I couldn't walk, and he knew that. So he knew I couldn't walk, and he knew I couldn't get out. And I told my house what firebombed. I was telling the stories. It sounds corruption from the police. She said straight away. She said that's corrupt from the police. They should have given that straight to the South CPS, Crown Prosecution Service, and he would have been charged. If I'd have had that, they'd have been in court by now. She said, so what they've done to you, they actually should be the other way around. It sounds corruption to myself. And she was really nice. The Vox tea was great too, bro. Mr. Nobody, taxing dealers not necessarily a bad thing. God bless you, Ariel. Freedom taking place, no probs yours. Hangman audits, okay, so you're right. Freedom, okay, brother. Are you okay? Andrew Williams is back on. Hi, Andrew. Peter Vox, great respect to you all. Okay. Freedom man number one. Rock, come on, the Rock. Good lad, the Rock. Hangman audit again. You've been on a bit, haven't you? Mark Emerson, you see no chocolate tonight, no lot, maybe tucked up with a Yorkie on the motorway. No action, Freedom's my main manager. Barry Swales, good evening, Barry. Jimmy's also on. Yeah, Freedom House from day. Thanks for everybody on here. Great family channel chat, it is good. Right, we're talking. Someone else has asked me about 4 people have asked me today, and a few just the other day. Can you carry on about the aliens conspiracy theory thing? And do you think they're real? And because I think they really said them. A couple of other people come on, so we're going to jump into a few of the things. So I honestly think I believe that when I was a kid, I even believed they were real. I watched a film called Capricorn 1. I hit on it the other night about it. So I reckon they never even went to the moon because. Camera it's called the Van Halen belt, I think it's called. It's 12 feet. No, sorry, it's to go to in the spaceship. Then there was no such thing as like they had the other ones had tiles on, had these special tiles where they could be red hot and they would be you could touch them, you wouldn't burn your hand. But when they had the other rockets, obviously they weren't that thick. So what happened is they said to go to the moon to get past the Van Halen belt, you'd have to have their spaceship would have to be 12 foot of thick lead all the way around it. So there's no way they could take that up because it'd be too heavy. So there's no way they could have got past that belt. I think what they've done is I think they've gone up in a spaceship, like in Capricorn 1. They've gone up in the rocket. They've got up there so far, done the stuff, right, and then come back down, crashed in the sea, brought the fucking stuff down. And that's what I think they've done it. And then maybe had to send some, I don't know. This is the theory. A lot of people are saying on the Capricorn 1, what they've done was they actually had somebody like Steven Spielberg make the film. So it was Capricorn 1 was going to Mars. They couldn't do the moon because they could have got sued for it. So I watched the document. I watched 4 or 5 documentaries on it. And he said, Rick Ross, hello mate. So they said, when they've gone up there, they've took off and they've landed and they've got shots and all that, but they've gone into the studio, this place. So when they've come back, they've landed in the water and they've landed in an area where it's somewhere like the Nevada desert where they used to do, the explosion for the nuclear bombs. So in that place there alone, they've gone in, they've seen, it's like the, I keep saying the moon, Mars. And you can see all the simulated stuff, it's like being a Mars, the cameras and everything there. So they've got them and they've dropped them off at this place, like a big army base, and they've gone miles away. And I think they locked them in a unit or somewhere there, and they broke out. But when they break out, they get back to civilization. But on the radio says the 3 pilots have crash landed. All 3 pilots were killed at such and such, and the mums and all the people crying and that. But anyway, he's in it, O.J. Simpson. So they get back to this place anyway. They blow this place up, but they've got out. They don't know they've escaped. They've got to there, and as they're getting there, there's loads of people at the steps, like at the courtroom or whatever it is. They're talking on the mics and they go, "Wait a minute, they're dead." And anyway, they come round, the credits come up, but it shows you it was all lies. But they're trying to show you what they're trying to tell you. It's subliminally telling you that was what happened on the moon. So I think they've come back and created it in there. Because when you look at it, they speeded up, you know, like when they walk and stuff like that, they speeded up the cameras and slowed them down and stuff. So when you watch on the moon, that the flags moving like that, like waving, how can a flag? There's no oxygen in there up there, and it's freezing cold as well. Absolute freezing cold. If you took your suit off for 1 second, you'd froze to death in a second. It was that cold in space. So how were they moving on the moon like the way they were? Because the cameras speeded up and slowed down. They've got people later on showing us where they're walking different, and he said, "Watch it now when I speed up." Anyway, you can see them walking just normal, and then they'll push it back faster, and then it's speeded up the feet, and you can see it's been speeded up. They're not that, these people, especially nowadays, the machines they've got. So yeah, I think that was all manufactured because they wanted to beat the Russians, because the Russians obviously sent Yuri Gagarin into space, first astronaut. Isn't it funny how Yuri Gagarin was one of the greatest pilots ever, and he came back to Russia after being in space, where the aliens supposed to be, and they're supposed to have seen them. And a couple of months later, after being landed on them, he died in this mysterious crash, not a normal crash, a mysterious crash. He died. He was killed in an airplane, a test pilot in an airplane killed up, and then he went on the moon. He's supposed to have Buzz Aldrin. He said he's seen aliens and a spaceship, but it was like when he was dying, he told the truth, and so did he. The other one, Armstrong. So what happened is, later on it came out, Armstrong was visiting his wife and his family, and said, if you mention them, anything like that again, you'll never see your family again. And he never ever come out of his house. He never had to come out of his house, Armstrong. He landed on the moon, so the most popular people on the planet at the time would come back. Obviously, it was marvellous what they've done, but I don't think they did it. They reckon that there's more technology in the phones we've got now are 10 billion times better. But there was more technology in a 1980s phone. Just so that a Nokia 3110, there was more technology in that 3110 than there was in the full space program to send the rocket to the moon. That technology in that one little phone was more than the whole of the space program. So that's how much we've come forward. So I don't think you fuck off, Rob Chubby. I know Chubby quite well. He lives around the corner from me. I used to go to his house at Redcar years ago. Me and George Foster. George was a bodybuilder. He used to look after him, and he lived near the park, Lock Park it's called. And we used to go around. He had his fucking in stitches there. We go to the gym. We used to pop in like 2 or 3 times a week. We pop in and see him. We lived at the top end of the council estate. I lived in a little 1-bedroom flat, and Chubby had this big house right near the boat and lake. And the boat and lake, you could go on the boat stuff, and there used to be really big swans and everything there. Look, lovely. It's still nice now. Lock Park it's called. Fucking next clicking. So I used to go in there. So out the back he had a shed, and it was full of pornographic books. I went, fucking hell, no, you're in here all day. He said, no, you've got it wrong. He said, what I do? He said, look at them, read bits, and then take bits out and make jokes out of them. And I said, fuck off. I said, yeah. And he laughed his head off and think back at me. But yeah, I had the goggles on and everything, and he's in his house. Really nice man. Gives loads to charity, and that helps Peter. He can have a fight as well. I remember having a fight with a lad called Peter Hansen. His son, I stopped his son getting filled in twice in a pub called Leo's, and I stopped his other son. He passed away, his other son. He was a car thief, he's now in jail. He was from Billingham, his other son. But his other son lives in Redcar, the one who was still alive, and he was getting bullied off these lads. He was Redcar casuals. Anyway, I stopped him. And anyway, this lad called Peter, who ended up buying him, breaking this lad's jaw, knocking him out. So Peter ended up having a go at his son, and he was a lot bigger. He was a boxer, and his brother used to box for England. So his son was only about 18, this lad was about 23, 24. So Chubby's gone down, pulled out a fucking machete and hit him, caught him right across the face there, right down his face. And me and George went to see him. He said, look, he got the police on him, the police come. And give him £50 for every single stitch. So me and George went and seen him about it. And he got £1,200. Yeah, true story. Is it £1,200? 50 yeah, £50 a stitch, 12 stitches. So 12 at £600. Yeah, 600. I think that was the I think it was £50 a stitch, maybe £100. But yeah, he got paid. He dropped the charges against him. Yeah, he'd been in a few fights. He jumped out of cars, road rage and all that. But he never swears in front of kids. He's been at Blackpool, and I've seen him talking to people. And went, "Hey, stop swearing." There's a lady here, and this old lady like that. And he's like, "Well, you swear?" I said, "Yeah, on stage in front of adults. So I've got 5-year-old kids and kids in pram." very, very funny like that. He doesn't swear and shout and bawl and things in the street, only on stage, which is rightly so, isn't it? Yeah, so getting back to the aliens, this is what gives it for me, is we were talking about the other days. Where would the cavemen get them fucking ideas to put them spaceships on them walls? somewhere like 5,000 years ago. This right around the world, right? All civilizations, like the Aztecs, the Incas, the Egyptians, all 10, 12, 15,000 years, right? All the 12, 15,000 years, they all started building the pyramids. The first pyramids were actually built in Mexico, right? Now you watch this one, it's fucking amazing. They've got this thing, it's a building, and it's made, right? And it's like made out, it looks like a jigsaw. And guess what? It's that precision. The only thing that could cut these rocks is a laser. And this is 15,000 years ago. How the fuck have they got that? The stuff we've got now, they said, the lasers we got are not as good as what this has been done with. The only thing it could have done this is a laser. And this is the most beneficial proof, 100% proof. How the fuck, where'd they get a laser from? The fucking people were fucking, they didn't have proper hammers and chisels, did they? So that for me was what crunched it for me. I can't remember the place, but it's in Mexico. If you have a look at the documentary, he says there's nothing else on the world. Even now we couldn't build it. And he said, the other one said, when they went to Egypt, they had 200 to build the Egyptian pyramid was Tutankhamun's. It was 250,000 50 ton, which is about as big as this room, about 10 feet by 10 feet, and about 8 feet. 250,000 of them brought across the desert. Come on, how the fuck could they move them? It's a load of shit. On sticks and putting them on sticks in the desert. Where'd they get the wood from? There you are. Where'd you get the wood from in fucking Egypt? There's no fucking wood. So where'd they get all the stuff from? How did they move them stone from the stone quarries that like 600, 700, 800 miles away? How the fuck did they get the stones out of there? It's impossible. How did they get the stuff to bring lift up? Bullshit. Got some great Kensington Cox now. Podcast, crazy. Oh, brilliant, mate. Good that week, Peter. I've got paper cuts opening my pension back day cards. Oh. I didn't get a fucking card. I'm good as me. Timmy. Oi, oi. You alright, son? Rich Tea Biscuit 78 just popped in. Timmy B's in his house. When did that? Fucking little crack. Little cranky. We put it in today. Where's your crack pipe? I think it's behind the brown wheat you fucking stashed in your socks. Fucking migging in, he fucking stinks. What said to me, he said, have you seen the fucking clip of him, Brian, calling people names? He said, he wants to look in the fucking mirror. He said, Paul Sykes was bad. He's fucking worse than Paul Sykes. He looks like he's fucking Stig in the Dump. Ever Stig in the Dump? Looks like Stig in the Dump. I was fucking pissing myself laughing. I'm spotless. I got a shower every fucking day, or sometimes I get two. Most of the time, I get a shave every day. Every second day with a proper razor. And I got a shave with the electric one every day, sometimes twice a day. I don't like being scruffy like you scruffy cunt. Yeah, so I definitely think because all these ancient people from all the 10 to 15,000 years, they started doing them in different places. Like there's a place where the Maui is it in Australia. They've got all them. And there's another place where there's an island where it's got all these big heads and these big stones, all being cut out or whatever. Well, they got the fucking technology to do that. They just couldn't do it, could they? And this island, what's called now, this big island that's on, and all these massive big things that are thousands of tons in weight. They can't budge them. They could now budge them, but not like how did they get them there? I just don't understand it. It's impossible. They're all over the place, all over the world. It said 10 to 15,000 years, they all started building stuff from all over. So, and then they started also putting these things on the walls, like spaceships on the walls, and like people with helmets on and breathing apparatus on. So where would they get that technology in their head? Where would they get? We look at a telly, we call it a telly because we named it a telly, but they wouldn't know what these things were. So they've drawn them on the walls to show us in cave paintings. Even in our days, even our country, we've got them in cave paintings with woolly mammoths and all that stuff. And so they've been shown stuff there, but it goes back even further. There's places in France as well where they've got paintings of them, where they're like aliens' faces on them. Especially the Egyptians, look at the ones they've got where they've got dog heads and things like that. Weird, isn't it? Why would they draw them type of things unless they actually seen them? Cartman's on there now, TV. Fucking thing in my throat. Better phlegm my throat to me. Blood your head, didn't it? You fucking. Lee Walters phoned me today, said it's the same. I've just got girlfriend get cold. She said taking me out. I said no. Turning the sort of heating off. Freedom, Easter Island. That's it. Freedom, Easter Island. Yeah, fucking Easter Island. That's where they are. Yeah, all these fucking big heads. They said there's no way, nothing can fucking move them things. And how they could just go there. And why would all these things in 10, 12, 15,000 years all start building pyramids? Where did they get the technology to build the pyramids from? Where did they get the tools to build the pyramids from? How come you can get a grizzly paper and put it between the fucking, which is that? That's it there, look at. How come it's only that thin? And you can put that in and pull it out. That's it. That little tiny bit like a grizzly paper. Piece of paper like that. How the fuck did they get that thin when they're 250 ton each stone? And there's 50 ton stones. How can you laser them together? I mean, how can you put them together like that without a laser? It'd be impossible. And they said we struggle now to build them pyramids. Really struggle. But what my theory is, where the fuck did they get the wood from? So where did they get the wood from? Did I tell you that the module, somebody asked us, I don't know if I told you last night, where the module, when it landed, it opened up. Somebody said, well, who took the picture of him getting off there? And I couldn't work it out. I Googled it. What happened is when it landed, they had a camera inside the door. So when the door opened, the door swung down and then they remotely connected it to from inside. And I think they did it from Earth, where they remotely used the camera, and that's how they did it. The camera turned on, and they removed the camera, so it was already on the door when they opened it up. But they already thought of that. Cartman's in. Christopher Brown, that sounds like you. That's him. Fucking that's daft cunt, Mr. Brown. That's him. Brown ass. Brown thing at the front. Imagine knocking around with fucking 15 and 16-year-old children. Well, that's him all over. 15 and 16-year-old kids driving around in the car with them. What a fucking weirdo you are. We all know you're a weirdo. You've admitted that. That's what he said. Remember this one. So me and Terry, we did a podcast on him. We were talking. So he did one where he was talking himself. So I said, look at this one, Terry. So there's a boxer. He's a good boxer, and he was an ABA world champion. A really good boxer. Middleweight from Middlesbrough. Still alive. About 60-odd-year-old now. So he said to him, oh, John, I remember when I went and started boxing and I seen you. He said, I had a crush on you when I was about 12, 13 when I used to go there. And I used to watch you take your clothes off. That's what he said. I swear to God, when Emma's life and the dog's life, when you took your clothes, I used to watch you take your... No, sorry. When you went in the shower, I used to watch you going in the shower. I had a really big crush on you when he was 12, 13 years old. What a fucking thing to say, watching somebody's thing down below. What a fucking weirdo you are. That's what he said, yeah. So the lad been charging up all the lads from Middlesbrough. So yeah, he's a really top boxer. He said he'll fucking punch his fucking head if he gets older. He said, what a weirdo. I used to watch you get changed in the shower. What a fucking thing to come up with. Only him would say it, wouldn't it? Because he likes to shock people like Sykes did. But Sykes could fight. You can't fight, you little fucking shitbag. You run away. Mind you, he wouldn't fight me twice. Wouldn't fight Dave Garside twice. Wouldn't fight fucking Lee Duffy. he was only a fucking bully. Captain Cook would have thought, what the fuck, when found them. Yeah, Captain Cook. He's from Middlesbrough, Captain Cook, just up the road. If you go to Whitby, you'll see there's a big fish bones there. You'll see them there. I tell you who were brave then, Captain Cook. Not Captain Cook, Captain Scott of the Arctic. Fucking hell. When they went to the North Pole, South Pole, fucking hell, they were fucking brave, them. Fucking unbelievable. They were marching and fucking snowing and fucking freezing and fucking unbelievable. I like listening to radio dramas, so I listen to the full drama where they go and they've got it on, it's freezing cold, you're in bed and you've got the winds blowing with the earphones. It sounds like you're there with them and you can hear the snow crunching. It's marvellous. And they went there, and then obviously he died there, in the tent. And what the mistake was, when they were going, there's supposed to be so much food. They were going to have like four stations, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and he decided to do not 5 stations where you put some food, the next station with the food, so there was supposed to be 5, but one of them got injured or hurt, so they only did 4. So they put 4, and because they made 4, they all fucking starved to death and died in the tent. Some of them got back because they went back, but the ones who went there, they died because of that. They made a big mistake. There's one mistake, that's all he made, marching. So every say 1,000 miles, there'd be a station where say 5 kilos of food or something, or 10 kilos of food would last them. And they only had 4 stations, so when they got to the next one, they just fucking froze to death and died, and they ran out of oil and everything. Fucking clever how they do that. I wouldn't do that, mate. Like, when they say why you climb up a mountain, I've never been into that. I've been up mountain. I've been mountaineering. I've only been up a couple hundred feet when I was in the army cadets, and I did it when I was camp when I went to school, and I did it in college when I did a 10-week course in college, abseiling off the tops and stuff. So it's when you're abseiling, you don't feel no fear because you've got the rope and you can know you're not going to fall. But when you're on the edge of things, I don't like it because you think, I could fall there. But when I've got a rope around me, I'm climbing the rocks, I'm all right because the rope's going to save you. But yeah, it's class. But he just talks all the shit, that cunt. When I used to go to the gym, I used to watch you get changed in the shower. I'm like, what the fuck? You wouldn't want to dare say that, would you? It just makes him even more fucking vile than him. I was talking about the Blaze. What Blaze? I lost them there. Oh yeah, Jack the Head was from Borough. Pissed myself. He's fucking round the fucking bend, and well, that's all Susie, isn't it? Imagine Judge Judy. Could we just have some comments from him? I used to watch you down below when you used to get in the shower. Put that one up. I'll fight you. I'll fight you 1-1. Imagine putting that up. The judge is going, wait a minute. Like Emma said, I thought you were scared of Brian, but you want to fight him now. So how's that going to work in court? When they go, well, he's in court because he's scared of him going to get him. Well, let's look at this video where he's offering him out for a fight. Hey, what are you going to do then, you clown? It's not going to make court. As soon as the CPS get it, the cops, what they're doing, they're just keeping me on a fucking string. That's what they're doing in case they want me to do something stupid. Nowhere. I'd have been charged ages ago. That's what that woman said today. She said they just keep me on the string in case you do it else, so they can try and get you remanded. They don't bite what they're saying. I said, I don't. I just tell the truth. She said, if he's saying something on the internet and you regurgitate what he says, you can't get trouble for that because it's the truth. Malicious, as you know. If I made something up like I've told the story to Murray that he just killed 2 babies this morning, net them. It's not sound fucking daft, but we know it's fucking lied. We know it's lied, but I'm just saying that as a point. Well, I would get done for that because it's made up lies, so you get charged for it. So I only do fucking I only tell the truth what he's done and what I've seen. So if the person who's getting threats has to be in fear of the person and they have to be feared for their life and dual arm and distress, well, how can you have dual arm and distress when you're shouting in a wheelchair? I'm sorry, shouting to someone who's in a wheelchair and going to bed every night in a fucking hospital bed for 2 years I was doing it, sorry. And how could I fight him when he knew I was in a wheelchair and I couldn't walk properly? I still can't walk 100% now. So how could I do anything to him? I couldn't get to him. And the thing is, he said he was frightening me. So if he was frightening me, why is he shouting these things out? Not me, because I wanted to fight me down Steel City Gym. So they're going to say, wait a minute, I thought you were frightening this man. You're offering him out with a fight in the gym and now you want to fight him. But he's going to get kicked out. There's that many points of law. Well, he'll get kicked out. It's called point of law. Wait a minute, I thought you were scared. There he is here. I'll fight you down the gym. Win, lose or draw. I'm going to do this. I'm going to school you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So all that stuff there, the judge would go, stop the case. Just get stopped straight away. Point of law, it's called. Point of law. Case stop. Prosecution. The prosecution come over and go, the Crown now wish to drop the case against Mr. Cockerill. All charges are dropped and you're free to go. Mr. Cockerill, you're free to leave the courtroom. That's what's going to happen. I've had it over and over again. Called the point of law. I thought, wait a minute, we're here because you're in fear of your life. But now you're enticing him to have a fight. You're offering him out for a fight. If you're offering him out for a fight, you can't be frightened of him. And you want to meet him in a gym. And you stood there over and over again, made about 27 videos what to do it. So it proves that you're not frightened of him by doing what you're doing. So you're either not frightened of him or you're deliberately doing this to entice him to do something. So that it doesn't matter which way it goes, I've got to win, because if you do it to entice me and deliberately poke me with a stick, they'll see through that as well. Still, it's called the point of law. I've been to court loads of times. You have shoplifting. That's about it. That's your big cheese. Shoplifting, bedroom people's houses. She went, yeah, he banged on them houses a long time ago. He's done his jail and he's done his thing. Yeah, but he hasn't. He's a fucking rat. Never beg up any house. You don't beg up people's houses, especially on your own estate, and give fucking 12-year-olds and 30-year-olds fucking brown stuff to sell. You don't do that. That's why he got chased off the estate. Win, lose, or draw. You mean lose, or lose? He said he couldn't. But yeah, so how can he be in fear of a tin foil if he's using the tin foil to take his stuff with every day? So how's he going to get out with that one? You couldn't get out, could you? Wait a minute. How can you be in fear of tin foil when you're on the brown every day? And if he says he's not on it, they'll just give him a drug test. And he's definitely on it. I even know the people we get off from Stockton. I know there are two lads have already contacted me. When I crew and night head slap out of the house. This guy very much. Yeah, he's on here tonight. You can tell it's him. That little cunt. You can tell by the little black writing things. You can tell it's him. Yeah, Cartman's kicking them off. Yeah, fuck him. The same as that little tramp, scruffy tramp. I'm waiting a fucking. I'm going to get. Sounds like fucking. He's on helium. I'm thinking about a fucking 3-year-old child fucking sucking one of them helium things, one of the balloons the kids get. Fucking hell. You on tonight, Peter? You okay, Peter? Trolls are on. Yeah, we know he's on. It's that little crank. Little fat crank. Hey, spam legs. Hey, not a batty legs. Big. He took his shirt off one day when I was there. He stretched marks all over his big fat fucking belly. You know, with the cans of fucking lager and the drink. And he just fucking talks shite, waffles on cack. The shit that comes out his mouth is more than his fucking comes out his ass. The cack he comes out with, honestly, I tell you what, you never had nothing like it. Yeah. If anyone's out to say they think it's right or whatever, I'll answer the question to that, but we know it's him. We know it's him. He can't. He's fucking driving around the bend. He's fucking pulling his hair. He'll have less hair than me, so the daft cunt, because they're not charging me. I'm telling you now. And if they do, I want it to go to court, because our Emma's got all the fucking proof there of all the fucking things he said and all the stuff he's done from his own page. And it's supposed to be a man who's in fear of violence of Mr. Cockerill. Well, how come nothing's happened to him then? Why has nothing happened to him? So why is he saying these things? He wants to fight me in a gym. 1-on-1, win, lose, or draw, all that shite. And then constantly coming on every day with more shite and sending daft bed cards through the post. We know it's you. Backward boil. That's what it is. Backward boil. Fucking spam fritter legs. Fucking legs are like his legs are all bendy. You know, like bendy bully you get on. Get the bendy bully. His legs are bent like that, like in a weird shape. Like not knee. What's it called? But not bandy legs. That's it. Bandy legs he's got. And he's got a big fucking pot belly like that, and his t-shirt's up here, and his belly's hanging out here. So his t-shirt's up here somewhere. There's his t-shirt, and the big belly's sticking out like that. Lily white, because of fucking like the moon. When you look at the moon, he's like that on stage. On stage in front of all the people. Don't forget to push the like buttons, guys. 70 on, 19 thumbs up. So he's getting the right torture tonight, isn't he? Off people. Fucking hell, there's over 70 people on. Timmy B, you okay, mate? You know it, Mark. Yeah, he's just a crank who pretends he's an author. And his wife went, Christmas Day, she went, he's only taking stuff off the table in front of the kids. I'm sick of him, I've had enough. I said, well, I'll come out and phone him up to wish him happy birthday. It's like, very happy Christmas. She's crying on the phone. I went, what's the matter with you? She went, he's only been taking that stuff. She said, my daughters have gone down because they've stayed for the week. They've stayed for the weekend, Christmas. They've come down, caught sniffing that on the table, right in front of fucking my son. So she's got 2 kids to her other husband. And guess what? He got permission to keep the kids. Isn't that weird how she got the kids took off her and the husband got them? So anyway, she's there and she says to me, he's sniffing that shit at the table, moving that doodah. And he said the kids have caught him. And he said, what are you doing sniffing that in front of them? Their daughters were about 12, 13, 14. And the kid was about 10, I think. And he went, doing that Christmas Day in the house. So he went, how dare you, you know, a narcissistic, that's what a cunt he is. How dare you talk to me and speak to me in my house like this? I work hard all year, fucking Christmas Day, I can do what I want. And she went, no, you can't, it's Christmas Days for the kids, which I agreed with her. And anyway, she was telling me, she said he was there all night on the rock one. And then he went and bought another £90. She said, that's all we had, 180 quid. He spent all the Christmas money. What? All by the midnight. Right, thinking of a name for a nighttime live. Thinking of a name for a nighttime live. A nighttime live. What really live? Like the night, read the dark night. Like 10 o'clock to like when it's really dark, you mean? Nighttime live. Night owls. Night owls is good, isn't it? Because they're all out and that all. Yeah, no, the owls are out. We would rip the piss. Yeah, night owls. 66 on, don't forget push the like buttons, guys. It helps us with the algorithms and it helps the trolls. Does the trolls head down when they see all the people push the like buttons, which is the thumbs up button there. Appreciate it. There's 67 on, there's only 21 push the like buttons. I'll take calls tonight. Insomniacs hour. Yeah, for people who fucking can't sleep, insomniacs, that's a good, isn't it? No, you can't sleep, you're like, oh, I can't fucking sleep. Oh, phone fucking in, insomniacs. They're fucking insomniacs. Ginger Chucky Dolly, he's a fucking ugly thing, isn't he? Ugly fucking man he is. Fucking tell me how good he was at bench pressing and all that. He's never been to fucking gym in his life. Couldn't even lift a fucking 10 kg dumbbell up his fucking thick. He was doing, you get the dumbbell, you do that and put your hands in your curl like that. He's going, doing that with his hand. What the fuck are you doing? I said, you think he was having to toss himself off? He was going, like this with the dumbbell. What are you fucking doing? He went, oh, you do it like this, look. Doing that like a fucking moron. I went, you fucking, Bobby the best I could spill all his tea. And he's fucking round to twist him and he's an absolute. So we went in the car. So I'm in my car coming home about 60 miles an hour, about 8 miles from my house. And he's gone on the running mill. Me and Emma and Bobby's come back on the another running thing, treadmill, sorry. I done that, so I've got home, right, about 2 miles from home, so I'm like, probably done 6 miles. And he's just phoned up and said to me there, great that, like. Asshole. Does it every single night. Fucking dickhead. Sorry, 64 on. John Wayne. He walks like John Wayne. Yeah, he does. He thinks he's fucking tough, the daft cunt. If he hadn't pissed himself stupid on the bus. So I said, she picked him up on the bus. She said, Well, when I met him, she said he was actually he peed himself. What do you mean? Peed? He was laid on the floor, unconscious, and pissed himself, and he was drunk, really bad. Tried to get him off the bus. That's the first night she met him. I went, oh, I'd have been fucking. If that had been a girl, me and I've gone on the bus. I went, oh, sorry, I got the wrong bus. And I walked off the bus. I wouldn't have fucking dared get somebody on the bus who pissed himself. I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't care if it was the best looking person in the world you're going out with. I wouldn't fucking go near him. It shows you how desperate she is. So anyway, the kids had to get a taxi home. So the husband had to come and pay the taxi, 44 quid they had to pay. And me and Bobby went over to go and see him. And because she phoned up, she was like upset and everything. We was talking to her and saying, look, you'll be all right, and blah, blah, blah. I'll go with him. So she said, oh, don't let him know I phoned you because you got mad. Then she went, oh, just to let you know, you're right, he doesn't write the books. I write the books. I'm upstairs in the bedroom with my son. I'm up there all weekend writing the books on like the Friday and Saturday and the Sunday. And I go to work on Monday, Tuesday. Come back Wednesday, do the books again. He sat there watching them things, you know what I got them disgusting things. So I have to stay upstairs or in the bedroom with the kid because he could see what he's watching. And he's got the earphones and pretending he's typing on the thing and he's doing that. Ask him to type me a letter, so I did. So I said, can you do a letter for Bobby? Because he's got these electric needs putting on this, that and the other. So he went, oh, I can't be hands to kill me today. So 3 times I asked him and I realised he can't do it. So I thought, you fucking liar. So anyway, I went over Christmas Day, picked him up. He's in a pub. He was off his fucking face. It was all powder over his nose. So can you take me to the shop and get me if the shop was still open, the little Pakistani lads have the shops open. Yeah?
Mark said, can we talk about aliens?
Marco?
Everything.
Yeah, I'm just finished the story. So we took him to the shop to get Bailey's cream for her and chocolate to try and sort it out. And he still fucking ripped us all off. Right, so back to the aliens. Anyone want to talk about the aliens? Anyone, any theories about the aliens? I'm going to put the phone in. The crazy cuckoos. You crazy cuckoos. Crazy cuckoos. Timmy B. The crazy cunts. Yeah, 26 thumbs up. 59 on. Emily, are you okay, Emily? Freedom. Don't forget to push the like buttons. Let's talk about aliens. Yeah, go on, Matt. Then. You start them off. What do you want to go? Whereabouts? Yeah. So I agree, Matt. So we're on. So the alien spaceships landed in 1943, I think it was, Roswell. So there was a bloke there, he was a captain, and it was construed, not misconstrued, it was construed, means scattered all over the spaceship. There was bits of aluminium, fucking elephant landed in me. Imagine that spaceship landed in his backyard and the aluminium aluminium all over the fucking place. There was loads of it, thousands of it. So these farmers had a couple of tractors and bang of a car, right? This is true. This you watch the theory, I think it's true. So the spaceship landed. There wasn't one spaceship, but by the way, there was two. There was two explosions, two spaceships. One I think was run by robots, and the other one was the aliens. They were carrying them in it. So there was, I think it might have been a fuselage. Fuselage is the back piece in it. So it's two crash landers. They only said one, but it was two. So when they got it was everywhere, all over the place. And people all over seeing it. People come from everywhere and seeing all the debris. They call it debris over there. It's all scattered everywhere. So you look out on the back end and just like tin bits of tin all over. But that was the ship. It was dead thin and stuff. So this man, captain, I can't remember, captain something. He was into like weather balloons and stuff. So they said, oh, you Captain Johnson or whatever got it wrong. It was a weather balloon. They went, fuck off. The people seen it. So these people had the tractors. When they went in the film, they went down there and they seen the tractors, brand spanking new tractors, brand spanking new fucking, them trucks. What you get, the American with the old trucks, what the Americans got, all brand new vehicles. All the kids had brand new cycles, they call them. Is it cycles? All bikes. a thingy park was made for the kids to play on the swings and everything. So you could tell they'd been bought off, but they turned in, they went in to see them all, right? They said, the people come on, because after 50 years you can talk about, so after so long they came out, the people went, they threatened us, said if we said anything, they would put us out of business, and said they put us in like an asylum, say we were mentally ill. We'd have the kids took off us because you're not fit enough for mothers and mums and dads and stuff. So they went around and threatened all these people, and I don't know, an area maybe as big as where we live here, and they covered it all up. So they got all the stuff, but this captain, he kept his stuff. It was just like tinfoil, or just it folded. So he put it in his pocket, and kept it a piece. So it's everything they went on. They've got every minuscule. They went on the next couple of days later. It was a complete different place. You go out and tell the back, and where the fuck are we? Different place. Totally changed it. So he took this paper home, and his son was there. He was about 12-year-old. His son. My dad got the paper out like that, opened it, and all of a sudden it just started flying like that, hovering in the room. There was no machine or nothing. It just hovered. He said they opened it up, like crushed it. He scratched it with it. He hit it with a hammer. I think he put a blowtorch on it. Couldn't get through it. It was just like paper, like crunched it up, and it just unfolded like that, and walked back up and started floating again. So he kept that for ages. So anyway, they actually went to his house and took it off him, and they made him say it was a weather balloon. That poor fucker got ridiculed for years, and in the end it all come out. Obviously we know now. I think what's happening now is because all these people can now talk about it, but some of them are not allowed to talk. Do you know? You didn't know this. The level to go to see the aliens is say that the president's level's 4. These are something like level 8, level 9, level 10. They're higher than the president of America. And there's some president, I can't remember which one it was, tried to go and see them. It was Eisenhower or somebody like that tried to go and see him, and they arrested him. They arrested the president of America, and told him he's not allowed to go. And there's a place called the 12. It's like a big table. There's 12 of them sit at it, and the 12 are there. They're like presidents, but they're not. They're higher. Their levels from like 10. So that we couldn't get him. We'd be level none. Somebody like a captain would be level 1. A general might be level 3 or something. But they're not allowed to go in these places until I don't know what it's called. Freedom probably get it. There's a set. I think it's called the thingy of 12, a circle of 12, and they all sit at a certain table. They're all billionaires. Be something like fucking him who's got the fucking what's it called? What's it called? We're on now. Not YouTube. The other thing. Maybe him's got YouTube. That greedy bastard. There'd be somebody like him and another one like him and Bill Gates, somebody that'd be like them type of people, and they all sit at this special table and they talk about what they're going to do in the world and what theories they come out with. They're like they put you in a tank, a think tank. You've got special people in a think tank, they're really clever and they think things up. And why do we do this? And we take 0.5%. Look at the difference with the decimalization, where they made the money from. It was 240 pennies, I think it was, to a pound in 1972. I think it was 72 or 74, they changed it. So the next day, one day you could get, I think it was 240 or 240 pennies to a pound. You could get 240 penny chews. The next day, you could only get 100 penny chews. In one day, you were 240 fucking penny chews. You could only get 100, so you got 140 took off you. How the fuck was that fair? So they changed it from like the old threepenny bits, and Tanner's 2.5 pence, a threepenny bit was 3 pence. They changed it from them. The other one, the pennies were big like that, with massive pennies. Which the Queen used to be on them. I did Trident. I remember going to the shop with them when I was a kid, and I used to get ice lollies. So they changed them from 240 pennies to a pound, to 100 pennies to a pound. How the fuck can you do that? And how the fuck can they do that, right? And nobody did know about it. We just sit like fucking idiots. They sold British gas to us. We already owned it. We already owned British gas. It's our gas. We owned it. We owned the land. It's our land. Do you know this? That everything's the king's. You own your own house, but you don't. The king can take your house off you if he wants. He owns everything. You find something in a river, like a diamond or a big bag of gold or coins. You have to go to the police for them, or you get done by theft by finding. And then it goes to the king to say if you can have it or not to sell. Trust me, it's the truth. If you find anything, like there was a kid found a sword in the river. It was like a King Arthur sword. I think he got about £200,000 for it, but he had to ask permission. Could he keep the sword? There was another one found the best pearl ever found was called Weevilly. It was found in a little lake, a little stream about that deep. It was tiny. It was the most perfect pearl in the world. It's like a freshwater pearl, and I think it was like about 1.3 million or something. Somebody found that in it, and just found it in the river, like a little stream like that, in Scotland. Weird, isn't it? I would say, well, I thought it was firework, but moved over the house and danced the fast track and then shot off in a second. It's Nike, yeah, that's a Nike on this one, mate. When you go out, it's actually shiny, this. When you're walking about, that shines and that stuff. So these are all special editions from the day. I've got fucking loads. I've got about 50 tracksuits, and I've got about 100 t-shirts, maybe more. I've got 4 massive wardrobes, about 5 foot wide, two together, 5 foot wide, and it's about 3 foot deep, and it's got the big shelves. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and then I've got another cupboard goes up. There's about 6 cupboards on the top, and then there's the cupboard to the side where you can put coat eyes on with the middle wardrobe shut. They're just shut, and then there's the other ones on the other side with more drawers. Then about 20 odd drawers in that room. It's all full of my clothes, hair stuff's in the other room, in the other bedroom. It's just chock a block for stuff, and I've got all my trainings are full of the fucking brim, like boxes of trainings. I keep all my stuff good, clean. I've got some of these. This is in a wrapper still. The other one, the other one I had is the really expensive one. Was the what's it called? I can't remember it now. Fred Perry. I've lost the top. Can't find the fucking top. I've lost it in the house somewhere. I've got 2 pair of bottoms. They're really well made. Them Fred Perry's, and I've got quite a few for Harry Hansen tops, things like that. Got loads. I used to get them all the time when I was fucking making loads of money. You just get the best. I used to go up places like Blackpool for the weekend and buy all sorts. I used to get pen tracksuits. They were really expensive then. I got a red one, and I got a white, like a turquoise colour one, like a bluey green. Look like the Red Devils. They're pilots when you jump out of the airplane. Look like their type of stuff that they wear. Really expensive from America. But I used to like troop trainees, but I haven't got none now. Some of my favourite trainees in the world for fighting in, they were fucking brilliant, dead thick. And you keep your ankles tight. When you wear shoes and things like that, you can go over on your heel, break your fucking ankle. I've done it I've broken ankles a couple of times, 3 times, one leg, twice the other leg. Fucking going over. And so this bloke, he got fucking done this man, and years later, they ended up being on the X-Files. He was showing you the thing on the X-Files, they were showing you the stories. It was true. So the X-Files copied where they went in one day, it was just a field. The next day it was all playgrounds. I mean, all the kids were on brand new bikes and everything. Fucking, so they knew they'd been paid off. So that pilot at Poor Cunt was really cute. That man, he was a captain, I think, but he had to say it was a weather balloon. The weather balloon was only fucking about, say, I don't know, fucking 6 foot by 3 foot wide or something. It was nowhere near. The debris was all over the place. It all gone. All the fences were all put up new and everything. So when people come to check it out, there was nothing there. And then they took the aliens. They said that this nurse should come on. This was years ago, probably 30, 40 years ago. Somebody come on. She said, we did find aliens. 2 were dead. And then there was another crash with another one. They're supposed to be robots, them ones. And then they found one that lived, and it lived for quite a while. Some people still say it's alive now. Talk to one of the presidents, I can't remember which one. Telepathy, it says, we're here to stay. We're here to stay, they said. But then they had another massive aircraft, and it was placed in a place called Hangar 18. And this Hangar 18, they put it in, and it was like hieroglyphics writing on it. And in England, in 1984, there was 2 RAF pilots, not RAF patrol, like with the dogs, the Alsatians, walking, and they had this noise in it. It was about 6 foot by 4 foot, and he drew the stuff on this man. It was there about 20 minutes. He said they didn't have cameras out, on it and out. So he started drawing it, and he drew it all. And it was like hieroglyphics, and it was the exact same as the one in Hangar 18, the exact same hieroglyphics on it. So the hieroglyphics, where I'm coming from, or where I'm going to, is that's maybe how the aliens have showed them the hieroglyphics how right, the Egyptians. Because why would they get over there fucking know how to write? So they just come out of nowhere and started writing. So I think that's what they've done. They've gone to these places and showed the people how to civilization come forward. And I still think, I honestly believe that. Shut up! I honestly believe that aliens. I think we're all aliens. I think what's happened is spaceships landed, and then Prometheus was the one who stole the fire and gave it to the humans. In the film Prometheus, the alien stood there and he gets cut, a little cut in his hand, so the blood goes into the sea. Then it starts evolution off. He deliberately does it and cuts it and puts it in the sea because it's a new place. So a lot of people think that as well, that the aliens have probably made us. If God exists, he's got to be an alien, and I spoke to loads of preachers, congressmen, people who talk about there in the Congress people in the church, and they said the same. If he's not from here, if you're not from this world, you've got to be an alien. Because if you come from another planet, or you come from another entity, you're an alien. So it's beyond our comprehension how we think. But there's no way they can just start writing hieroglyphs on the wall and putting spaceships on the wall and breathing apparatus and things. What we look at now, what we can see, are real, aren't they? But that in them days, obviously, they didn't have nothing. I mean, things we can talk about things because we know everything, virtually every fucking thing, because of the technology we've got. See, in them days, people were making things with just fucking living in fucking mud huts and stuff, and all of a sudden they started building fucking pyramids out of this world. It was Kharfu. I was in the Pharaoh land with the pharaohs. Shut up! Fucking do me head in. Don't forget to push the like buttons, guys. So they started building the pyramids. Where did they get the tools to do it from? Where did they get the wood? Where did they get the people from? Where did they get all them fucking thousands of people to work? Where did they get the food to feed them every day? Where's all this coming from? How can there be like thousands in doing the work? Who's feeding the thousands? Where's the other people who get the food from where they get the food from? It doesn't make sense, does it? There's no wood in Egypt. There's none there hardly. Where they get the wood from? How did they bring the wood down? Fucking mad. Look at that one as well. Stonehenge. How did that get there? How the fuck did they carry them stones to there? To Stonehenge. People are saying years ago they used to have the third eye. That's what they're saying it was. And we've lost the third eye. A lot of theories are that way. You could look at something, everyone could stare at it, look at it and make it move. Like telekinesis, it's called. So we've lost that now because of the television and stuff. I think if you had a kid, you never watched telly, that third eye probably still will be open. I think the pineal gland gets blocked with all the shit we talk about and all the music and the stuff we take in, because it blocks your pineal gland in your head as well. So I don't know if that's right, but yeah. People with those sneakers. Bongo. Did you see the new Bongo? No. What, in Middlesbrough? It used to be in a pub, a nightclub there. It was a fucking shit all. You ever only went in twice with John Black. It was fucking full of prostitutes and everything. It was fucking horrible. It was fucking horrible. In the place where you come out and you wouldn't think you need a wash. And fucking John, it's horrible in here. Fucking, we were in lovely nightclubs and that. Went in there, it was fucking all people off ships and that. They were fucking fighting, stabbing each other and everything. Fucking shite. Like a nice nightclub, like the mall was beautiful. And the nice people in there. Hardly any trouble in that. They're the best places. You can go and sit and have a nice meal and not getting into trouble. When you go in them little sleazy fucking places, you always get divvies. You stood massive, like a house hen, like I was, and they'll get somebody go, I bet I can beat you in a fight. And fuck off, you idiot, I'll fucking knock you out. And you get idiots coming up talking shit, you just strangle the cunt straight away. Them ones, grab them by the collar and fucking shake them about. And then they shit themselves. Instead of punching them and getting knocked up for a fucking broken jaw or something, you just strangle them and you just push them on the floor, he shits himself. And then his mates will run over and grab him and move him out. That's it. That used to solve most of my problems. They didn't have to fight idiots because they knew you'd knock them out anyway with a punch. So I thought, I'm going to get locked up for you at this daft country here. And I started slapping them and that was breaking the jaws. I thought, fuck's sake, I can't win it. I started hitting them to the palm of my hand. I was fucking breaking people's jaws with a slap. A fucking nightmare, this. So, donate to a charity shop. Yeah, you can, mate. Have you seen them pen size metal detectors? They look great. Metal detectors. No, I haven't seen them. They'll be good for on the door, wouldn't they? For people with knives and stuff. Even at football matches, anything or the security lads, stuff like that. It'd be good. They've got them in jail now, them fuckers who killed that old man, 60-year-old. He was called Brian something. And he's got a swan in his hand. He loved everyone. He loved life. He loved people. What a beautiful man he was. And fucking snuffed out. His life taken out. Some fucking asswipes have just ran him off the foot, ran him over in the fucking van, killed him, and then aimed the vehicle at the two other people. And I don't know what they are. They were fighting for that. They were in serious way as well in hospital. He'll get. The three of them have been arrested for murder now, attempted murder, and the other two as well. They're fucked them. Like they'll get about 20 years. They'll end up doing 20 years in jail at least. But one will grass the other two will double up, and they'll say it was him. But whoever's phoned and got them there, even if you're there and being concerned, and you weren't even you were in the vehicle with them, you were there, you could class it as being concerned. Being in concern is called. So you were then brought in. Well, I remember a lad going to a kebab shop. He said it was in a Mondeo. I remember it. The Mondeo, MG, the MG. I think it was a Mondeo MG. Them red ones, fucking do about fucking 89 miles an hour. They were shite. So you give him a lift. It was in Nottingham. So he's going to give a lift to the kebab shop. See my mate. He was going to have a fight with a lad in there. So he goes to the kebab shop. This lad, he worked in a factory. This lad, just a normal lad. He saved him to get a house. So anyway, fucking he went. He gave him a lift. So he sat outside and he listened to music, doing this, like singing and that. And you fucking talk to you. He said something. He went bam, 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 bam. Stabbed him about 5 times on the counter and killed him in the shop. Caught on camera. Really fucking clever. Ran out. Car was caught on camera. So they got the lad about a week later. Went to his house, caught the lad. No, I wasn't able to do that. He said, "I'll just give him a lift." He said, in the end. So what happened is 3 of them got done. I think no, 4 of them got done. I think now 3 of them got done, and then they said if you plead not guilty, then the others, you'll end up getting. If you plead not guilty, the others are going to get guilty. Something like that. I can't remember what the fucking was to get more jail. Something. So he ended up pleading guilty. This fucking lad, he ended up getting fucking 20 odd years in jail for something he never even done. It was on a TV series I watched it, like a proper documentary, but it was a real thing. And that's when they changed the law, being concerned. So these black gangs down London, not being racist, or these Chinese gangs or white gangs or fucking whatever gangs. If you're in that gang, somebody stabs someone, they get something like 14, 15-year-olds, so they stab because they're only 14, 15, they don't get as much jail. So they've changed that now. So if there's 20 in a gang, they did it with that. There's a Llewellyn, they called him, that young black lad who got stabbed by a load of white fucking lads. I can't remember his name now. He got stabbed to death. He was only a kid, he was only a student. And they killed him, they got out of jail, and they went to a pool hall place where they used to play pool. The cops bugged all the in the lights and everything where they used to play it. I think I killed him and I stamped on his head and I hit him with this and I stabbed him and I done that, and they're all recording it, the cops, and watching him from the police station. You can go and carry on, you daft cunts, like they're probably doing with us now. They're watching everything he's saying and watching everything you're doing, but they got loads of them, about 20 of them went to jail. But they got off with it for ages. He was only a daft kid. And they beat him to death for fuck all. But rightly so, they won't fucking let life stop. And I seen a document about the aliens. Are you sure it could look like that in the future? You don't know, mate. We could fucking see what he said. He says that the dark armored ones with the black eyes, they're the ones that kidnap you and take you away and experiment on you and stuff like that. Put probes up your backside. There's somebody fucking. We know somebody who would like that, don't we, guys? We know somebody. Can you come and get me? Can you come and get me? Fucking hell. Yeah. So. I'll just think where he's going to tell us. Yeah. So. 51. Don't forget push the like button. So the aliens, the ones with the dark eyes, they're the ones that come. They're only little. Them. They're the ones that's supposed to be the naughty ones. And they're the ones who experiment and fucking thingy. So what people are trying to say is They're trying to do hybrid ones, and they think the hybrid ones are here where they've cloned like an alien with another one. An alien's been mixed with the human and mixed like a hybrid. So there's ones mixing in now because where they're living, where they're at, their world might be dying. You see the old films, it might be like that. Or they might fucking want us for food, you don't know. But he said, if they're hostile, we've got no chance. Which was Hawkins, Stephen Hawkins. He said he honestly believes, he thinks they're going to be a hostile, not here to help us. They're going to fucking destroy us. That's what he thinks. I was watching a lot of his stuff. Really clever man. He could walk normal, until he got that disease. It was a neurons disease, I think he got. He just collapsed and banged his head on the floor, and he ended up getting it. He was a clever bloke, unbelievable. Cleverest man in the world, fucking unbelievable. You can open your third eye by listening to set MHZ, something it's called. I can't remember the thing, the music. It's called MHZ something. It helps to open your mind more. Is that what it's called out there? In the forest. Is that yeah? That's the one. Is that the one with the two security officers who work for the Ministry of Defence? That was them two, I think you're on about. And they found the actual spaceship. He said what they were doing is we were at some type of nuclear bombs there. So that was looked at. Later on, another one was looked at. So about 5, he said, what I think they're doing is they're checking what type of technology we've got. Because all of a sudden, something happened. I think what they've done is that they did something where they took they thingied them, stopped them from being able to fire the fucking weapons or something. And the decaterizing, whatever they call it, where they couldn't, like you put a firing pin on something. They went in, none of them would work or something. He said that's what they've done, that they shut them down or something, and they had to redo them all. But it shows you they can just do them they didn't even walk in the building around. It was just a spaceship, about 6 foot by 6 foot, whatever, hieroglyphics on, but he'd written it all down, he drew it all. If you watch it, you'll see it. There's a full documentary of them on a military base, RAF base. And he got 2 of them there, both of them. One's a captain, I think, and one's a whatever, fucking another guard with him, and they both tell the story. You can see they're not lying. They've been on lie detectors and everything, and it's come back, they're telling the truth. Well, why would they lie anyway to lose the fucking job? But the people have seen this they couldn't video it because they had no phones with them. It was 1980s, I think it was. Yeah, Jimby, it's a great place. Spooky. Nice long walks. Fucking hell, I won't be going, will I? Take the piss. Nice long walks. Our longest walks, fucking from the top of the stairs downstairs, that's it. With fucking tips, fucking killing me. He's fucking funny, man. They might commandeer your fucking lorry, Mark. They might have your lorry away to get the spaceships in. Ethan Mag now. Yeah, so there's that many theories, but there's so many people seeing them, isn't there? Like doctors, nurses, school teachers. I mean, that's what Stephen somebody's called, if you put him on. Cumbria, yeah. The Cumbria, there's been loads in Cumbria. When I had a caravan up there near a little place called Little Aspey. And as you go into Little Aspey, you turn off at this road. And on the road there, the full road had a massive, big round UFO in there for hours and hours. And it was flashing lights and everything. Loads of people seen it. Loads of people seen it. And you can go up there and ask where the UFO, probably Freedom will probably say, where was the UFO? It's right next to, it's not far from, you could go down on the lakes. It's always fucking misty when you go there. Like, well, keep off the moors. Remember the old the werewolf film? Fucking hell, keep off the moors. Every time you go there, it's just fucking pure mist. You can't see a fucking thing. It's like pure fog. That's it there, misty and foggy. So there was one on there, a spaceship for fucking ages in Cumbria, up the Lake District, not far from where all the travellers go. What's it called? Appleby Fair, just near there. It's about my caravan was about 10 miles, no, not 10 miles, about 3 miles from there, I'd say. And the woman was telling us the story about it. She said, there was a UFO, yeah. She was talking to this one day, she pulled over because I had a convertible, and it was, what was it again? Fucking hell, a red. I don't know the fucking name of it now. Japanese, I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, the roof used to come off. It was like a leather roof, but you had to take it down by hand. It was a fucking nuisance. At the BM, you push a button, or the Saabs, the Saabs are like them. I've got a 9.3 for Saab. You push the button, say a cream colour, like the screen, and you push a button, it all comes down, and all the stuff. But this one, what the fuck was it again? Chinese, Japanese. Not super, no. The fuck, I can't remember the fucking car now. Nissan something that was it. And Nissan, I can't remember the name, but it was 19.5 grand, and Wally, mate, who was the car dealer, he got it for 16.5 because just before the number plates were changing, or they just changed the number plates, so it was like, say, 3-year-old. So it goes down, the number plates. So he got me at like I'll give him like 300 quid to get me it, because saved me 3 grand on the car. But I didn't realise, I thought you could push a button, it would come down, you had to fucking get out the back, take the clips down, pull them on. What a fuck about it was. We stood there happening here. We mum said, "Oh, you all right? If you broke down," I said, "No, I'm just taking the hood down. It's a nice day." So I said, "Oh, is all right? Yeah, quiet." I said, "Oh, there was an alien. There was a spaceship landed here." She was telling me the story. She was there about 20 minutes telling me. It's famous for spaceships, alien spaceships, UFOs, and that landing. There's been quite a few in that area. And when you look at it, what a great place to go, because there's no fucking there. It's in the middle of nowhere. You can walk for miles and miles. I was up there. Couldn't walk for miles. Them days are good. Tea Biscuit 78. I don't know, see if anyone else on rock. They're Alive. I think that's. I think he's in that film. They're Alive. It was the wrestler, Roddy Piper. If I'm right, him and there's a black lad in it, and he was a wrestler in real life. And they're having a fight. They're alive because they can see them with special glasses on. They put these glasses on, they can see the aliens. And he's Roddy Piper. He's passed away. I was a wrestler, an American wrestler, and they started having a fight in the street, and they kept it going for about fucking 10 minutes. That fight's a real fight, a real fight. Yeah, they live. I know quite a bit, don't I, guys? I'm not fucking daft. And these stupid police are trying to fuck me away because he was in fear of his life over the red tinfoil. He was in fear of his life. How the fuck can you be in fear of his life? You keep offering someone out, which is a great point, isn't it? Can't be off right when you're offering people out. Mind you saying that, when going over his house with the aliens, you look down and say, "Look, there's an alien there." The aliens would say about him, wouldn't they? There's an alien in that back garden. A Chucky doll alien. Fucking hell. So yeah, there's too many people for me. I mean, the main one was that. It was California, I think, somewhere like that, I think. And then the spaceship came bigger than 2 Super Bowls. And it was there fucking, I don't know, 2 mile long or something, 3 mile fucking long, the spaceship, just hovering above the fucking 20, 30,000. In the end, it was like 100,000 people seeing it. That wasn't fucking made up. You can see it the next day, and they're taking the piss by coming in with an alien thing. I think, yes, there is aliens and that, but he said later on, he said, look, you had to like pretend they weren't there. But later on, he said, I've seen a spaceship with my own eyes, and all the 120,000 people were there and seen it. And it took off. It just flew like a fucking rocket. Well, a spaceship. And like I say, them other ones, the new ones where you see it to trajectory angle from there to there, from from point A to point B in 1 second. They did 5,000 miles an hour. No, 5,000 miles. It's 5,000 miles a second. So that proves they've got because if you're in gravity for the speed you do, like Mach 1. Mach 2, Mach 3, Mach 4. When you're going at a certain speed, you'll be like Mach, like when the gravity is pushing you back. So there's 1 and there's 2 and there's 3 and there's 4. What that means, say you weigh 10 stone, then the speed you're going at makes you feel 20 stone. And it goes faster and you feel 30 stone, 40 stone, 50 stone. You can only do it for so long because it can fuck you inside. Loads of pilots have been inside, got runes through it. So they can only do that speed for so long, but they're going for 5,000 miles a second. Fucking hell! So it just shows you they've definitely obviously know what no gravity. They must know how to maybe float in the gravity or something, so they're not getting crushed, because it crushes you when you're going dead fast. You were in the car, you put your foot down the causeway, you can go back and you feel that, and that's just in the causeway. So you imagine in a rocket or something, 30,000 miles an hour, but they're doing 5,000 miles an hour in a second in this one. And that probably isn't even the fastest they could do. So that would just crush you to pieces. You wouldn't be able to do it. Your inside would just fucking crumble. So they're aliens. I mean, like I said to you before, you got your auntie hands, or you got your nana say, if you go like this, that way, and that way, and that way, and that way, it's going to take you forever, isn't it? So if you go down there, just over the old road, nip through where the butcher's is, go down the alley, and just cross the little stream, or like a little bit of water or something, and you're there in fucking what, 12 minutes or something. But if you go the way where it tells you where you're going, like as the crow flies, it'll probably take you fucking an hour or something, 40 minutes. So you can go, they've worked out how to get across, nip through a black hole. They're trying to say, I don't know if it's true, but they're trying to say that a black hole could be faster than the speed of light. The speed of light's, I think it's 386,000 miles a second. I think it's 1.7 million miles an hour. 1.7 million miles an hour. Fucking hell. Unbelievable, isn't it? It's just, you can't, it's just baffling. You start getting them figures in your head. It's like fucking, I try to work out hieroglyphics. Get a nice horse, mate. Get a horse. Get a horse. Near bother. I'm allergic to horses. Fucking make my eyes shut. All fucking green gungeon yellow in my eyes and can't see. Can't breathe or nothing. Fucking horrible. The shade at 9 o'clock can't do it anytime, pal. You need to go anywhere, mate, in the country. I'll take you, but employer, but the officer is can't do it anytime, pal. Can do it anytime. Yeah. Cheers, Mark. I'm going to see you anyway when I get a bit better, Mark. Pop up and see you right up the road. That'll fucking about 20,000 Yorkie. Fucking 20,000 Yorkie packets is fucking the back of the lorry. Fucking, what are you doing? I'm just having another Yorkie. Fucking 20,000. Your wife said, it's fucking, try and get out the back. There's fucking thousands out the back. Fucking rappers. You know, the rappers are rapping. Come on, coming on fast and coming on strong. Yeah, I'm quick, Anna. My fucking brain works 1,000 miles. My brain's like a fucking aliens. Fucking 1,000 miles an hour. Timmy Great, innit? Whizzing, yeah. Whizzing, pony and trap. Fucking hell, my mate got killed in one of them things. Fucking doing that with him, don't you? Fucking Eddie, don't move. I'm going berserk with him, you know. Fucking move the fucking thing, you fucking. I can walk faster. Fucking, and then there's the ones where there's like about in red car. They're all mates who I know. I mean, the travel lads now, but they're doing me fucking that one. Don't even fucking ask me. They're all, there's about 30, 40 of them all on the road in red car on the street. I mean, Duffy had to fight at the top of the road. They're all on that road. Big load of people. They come every Sunday. They come in the summertime with all the trapping thingy. I thought it's fucking not for me. I like motorbikes. I used to have my hands are fucking out. I used to like going on motorbikes. You just like scrambling off the beach. On the beach, if you fell off, it wasn't so bad because you didn't, you know, the sand, it wasn't so bad. But there was a place in Hartlepool. It's like a paradise, the Blue Lagoon they call it, and nobody can see you. It's hidden from like where people where the beach is, and all the coalmen. You've got a key for to go in there to get in. You know, to get in and get the coal. There's a works next to it, and you go in and you go to this place. It's just all flat, beautiful. It's like going on a desert island. It's fucking mad. The water looks a different colour. We used to pull there. The power station's on the right, and we used to go there. But you're not supposed to go, but because we had the key. Old Dad used to give us the key. Grabbing birds. Brian's walking. A working encyclopedia. Fucking out there. There's nothing. Anything you can shot at me, and I'll tell you. I bet you I know something about it. Whether it's the war, can talk about any type of war, Crimean War, the war in Germany, the Romans, the soldiers, the Greeks. Anything you talk about, I'll know. When I go on, she'll tell you, and I'll tell you. I nearly win, not every time, but when I go on that, fucking quizzes and that, I'll win like fucking right to the top, like a millionaire. I've won it 4 times. I've got the answers right for the million, and I've come second about 20 times. I've got 500,000, but yeah, I really do know my shit. When it comes to training and the body, I fucking blow them away. I was even the doctors like me. When I went to the doctor, I went and he said, "What's your problem?" I went, C2 vertebrae to C5, a decompression of spinal stenosis. He went, English. He was a black doctor, a proper black doctor. Like he was African doctor. He went, English. I said, "Isn't that funny? It's the other way around usually, isn't it?" He started laughing his head off. He said, "You're funny, man, yo." I said, "A C2." He said, "I don't know what a C2 is." I think he's a doctor, but he's not like a surgeon. It's totally different. So he said, "What's the bottom?" I said, L4. He said, Stop. It's L4. What's that L4? L4 is on your right hand side of your back, and L5 vertebrae, a decompression again of a spinal stenosis. He's like, "Fuck," he's on his head. And when I was with the other doctor, I said, I've got a bulging disc here. And I said, "I think I need a spinal stenosis." She went, "No, you're wrong. She was going 27-year-old. I went, "I am not." So they went in about 2 hours later. Not more than that. 4 hours in one place. 4 hours. I was in one place in the chair like this for 4 hours. Fucking battle, leaning over and coming back. Everyone's going, "Oh, I can't be back. Fucking killing me." So after 4 hours they went, "Right, you can go through now." I went, "Oh, thank you. Thanks very much." "Oh, what have we got now?" I said, "We haven't got to the doctor." She said, No, you've got to wait another 5-6 hours, yeah. So we're in there another 8 hours. So 4 hours in that one, 8 hours in that one. Then we got to the fucking cubicle. Oh, I'll be seeing them in another 4 hours on the fucking med laid in the passageway. So it was like 12 hours, I think it was. 12 hours or something, me, poor Emma and my sister. It was stood there fucking anyway, it came fucking knows it, So he came on, she was, no, so anyway, but went for the MRI, got the MRI, come back. She went, I can tell by your face. I was right, I'm actually, she went, yeah. She said, "Yeah, I do apologise." I said, "Well, I'm not being disrespectful, but I knew the body." I said, "I know every muscle in the body and every bone in the body." She went, "I do as well." I said, "But I know them all in Latin if you want." And I started learning them off in Latin. She just said, "Oh, you're very impressive." And she just started laughing. Yeah, that's why I'm always good with the cops. They used to say to me when they'd be interviewing me, I'd fucking have the time and knots. I was with a barrister once, and he said, "That is the best I've ever seen anyone in my life, being a barrister." He was a barrister, but he was a barrister, but he couldn't see me usually just to come to see a nice man. He just lived in Thornaby, and he couldn't see me. I was in for an armed robbery and something else. Kidnapping and armed robbery, that was it. And they couldn't get me on fuck all. He said, he'd come up with all these different things, and I was saying things back to him, and he said, "You're really fast, you." He said, and the coppers couldn't get fucking nothing on me, no, talking shit ahead. So anyway, he came out with the thing. He said, "You've just told them and you arsehole." All the talk, they're posh. You've just turned up to be really posh, bloke, nice. He said, "Have you ever thought of being a barrister?" Because he said, "You'd be really good." And the coppers went to me, "You should be a policeman, you." I said, "If I was a policeman, they'd be dumped on the fucking streets and I'll be locked up." So I did get, Emma will tell you, this is the truth, I don't lie to you. He asked me to run from there. And the person was called Michael, who got, he got a mayor in, and he got the chief of police. So they asked me about, I think it was about 3 years ago, to run for the commissioner of police. He said, because that one's been sacked. The woman's got caught going into the fucking parliament with rent boys. He got caught. The other one got caught for driving his wife's car and pretending his wife was driving. I think he got 2 years jail. The commissioner. So he's phoned this bloke. Top. He was like, they would have helped to put somebody in the, you see them when they're like congressmen, when they've got like somebody with them, like somebody will put some money up and everything. He said, I'll put the money up for you. I'll get all the money together for support when you got banners up, buying Cockerill for chief of police. I said, you've been fucking serious anyway, you come to see us. Fucking proper multi-millionaires. And he kept coming on, he was going, look, you need to go for the chief of police. These are rubbish. They're not even turning up at people's houses. Imagine you'd know all the stuff about the drugs, you'd know all the stuff about the people. You would let them. People would complain to you. You would do something about it. I know you would. He said, why don't you run for it? Sound? I'll guarantee you right now. I'll guarantee you now today that you'll win this. I'll guarantee you. He said, I've got the last two of the job, so there's no way you're going to lose. I'll promise you, you'll win it. I said, but I can't fucking be a policeman. I've been. He said, no, you don't have to be the commissioner of the police, so you tell them what to do. Imagine that, you fucking imagine all them horrible countries. Hey, get up the tin foil and get him arrested for impersonating Chuckies. Get up there and arrest him. Impersonate the doll. And I want him arrested now. Fucking hell, they'd have to do it, wouldn't they? Get up there and get him, get Chucky, Iron Brew. That was made in Scotland by Girders. That make Iron Brew made in Scotland, the Girders. And in Scotland it's called ginger, bottle of ginger, not lemonade, but ginger, and not ginger ale. You get a bottle of Coke, gives a bottle of ginger, and they'll say what flavour. Gives a bottle of ginger, what flavour? Lemonade, Coke. Puts a bottle of ginger, and in here you just get a bottle of ginger ale. I used to like ginger beer. I didn't like ginger ale. It's fucking horrible. Oh, that root beer is fucking rotten. If you ever don't get that, whatever you do, it's fucking vile. It is. I thought I'll have a root beer. You know, them Americans have them. Who knows? Run a bit. A root beer, fucking disgusting. Horrible taste, honest to God. So I like cream soda, yeah. I like cream soda. Tell me what my mum used to do. Bless her. She'd do all the big dinner on a Sunday. My dad would do my dinner. We'd have to wash the pots and everything and clean up the house like everyone does in a big family. But 8 of us in family. My uncle used to stay, and my other uncle sometimes, and my 2 mates. And sometimes we 14 of us in the fucking house. But we all still got fed and that, you know. Sometimes we struggled for not getting fed food, but we all survived, you know. We're still here. So what's your fucking story now? Cream soda, yeah. So anyway, my mum would say, go and get that. Brian, proper Scottish. Brian, get out there. Go and get that ice cream, man. And she'd get like a tub like that, big tub, and go and get £2 worth of ice cream because it's fucking. You couldn't afford the fucking the thingies for 10, 12 people, fucking fortune. So £2 of ice cream, and you get a big. My dad used to work in ice cream. He used to work for Tony Bell's, Tony Bell ice creams, and there was another one he worked for. We're Greeks. Greek people, we'd had such a nightmare gambling, fucking terrible gambling. He used to get the ice cream, do it, and he'd put loads of water in because he'd spent the money on fucking, he'd do the ice cream, right? I'd make it, and they'd give me it, and he'd fucking, when they weren't looking, he'd fucking go and run there and there, put £2 bet on lose, and he'd make spend 20 quid, so he'd have to make it back up in the ice cream, so he used to put water in the fuck. They'd be having the ice cream, they'd get the lollies, they'd be getting the ice cream like that, there'd be fucking water pouring up the bottom of the fucking ice cream corners. Fucking, he was hilarious. Dad, you can't give him that. He said, it'll be all right. So just all melted in about 3 seconds. The kids were fucking crying, come back, all the corners were soaking wet. Hey, fucking hell. Dandelion, I didn't like that dandelion either. Fucking manky it is. Dandelion bird looked at me, oh yeah, it's horrible. Peckham Spring, yeah, fucking class that. That's what we'll all have to do, guys. What we need to do, all of us, we need to be millionaires this time next year. We need to all get together as a family, all of us. I know we are family. And all of us fucking think of something really, really good where we can make fucking money off it. So all of us can get fucking money, every one of us on here. You know, so we can make money. Something legal. Legal. But I'll just throw the police out the Middlesbrough police station in Stockton. We're fucking the police now. Fuck off. We'll charge them cheaper. That's what's going to happen, you know. I'm telling you now, you'll get people coming in saying, they're no good, the police, and we'll be able to the police and we'll give you it for this. If you come up with like numbers, how much money it's going to cost, and we'll make sure. That's what I was doing up here. I was stopping all the trouble around here. I got £1 a house off the people, and I was doing the shops 50 quid a month for the shops, and no shops were getting burgled. Nobody's fucking house were getting burgled. So the people were cancelling. They had the insurance still, But they were saying I'm not paying the council tax, so I'm not paying towards the police. So they were paying me. That's why they hated me as well, because they started paying me instead of the fucking police. Because you don't have to pay it. You can say, I want to take that out. I'm not paying that because I don't want the police. And you pay mainly for dustbins and stuff like that, and the police. That's the main thing you pay for. Now in Liverpool, this is fucking insanity. I have lost the plot. If you're number one, I don't know if it's odd or even. If you're number one and your house is getting burgled, you phone the police, they'll turn up. If you're number two, they won't come. The odd numbers they'll come now, and the even numbers they won't. So if you phone number three, which is an odd number, they won't turn up your house. If you phone number one, they'll come. If you phone number two, that's not odd, is it? That even. So anyway, whatever it is. So if you're an odd number, they'll turn up at your house. I said, well, what's that going to do? He went, it'll save us 50%. The police going out, petrol, and taking statements. So what would happen there, guys? What would happen? Anyone with the brain on here, come on. What the fuck would happen to the houses then? Think about it. If they only got the odd ones and they don't got the even ones, what would happen? All the odd ones, right? They got all the odd ones and don't got the evens. So all the even ones would go down in price. But they think, fuck that, because you phone the police, you've got an even number. The house, they're not going to come. So the house is worth 100 grand there, even ones. And the odd ones are worth 100 grand. But now they've said they won't come out to the even ones. They're now going to plummet in price because they think, well, if you phone the police, they won't come. They'll go to number three, but they won't go. They'll go to number three, but they won't go to number whatever, number two, whatever. So that was just insanity to me. That absolute insanity. And then also, what would else happen? Your insurance would go up, wouldn't it? Because they'd say the insurance company, wait a minute, what number are you at? Number two. Oh, yeah. Well, in the even ones, your insurance is 500 quid, and the odd ones, it's 650. Why is that? Because the police won't come out to them ones. Surely that is fucking pure pathetic. Honest to God, have a look. I know you think he's fucking lost the plot. But if we took over them, just take over the planet. No. We take over the planet. We fucking had enough of you fuckers. We're sick to death of all this bullshit. Well, bad Mars bars, they're horrible up there, mate. What they do is they put them in the fucking fry. What he's on about? They put them in the chip, the frying pan, fryers in the way you put your chips in the chip shops. They put Mars bars in. And my uncle, what was his name? Passed away. Not Bert, that was my other uncle. Fucking hell. I've got that many fucking relations. It's called, what's he called? James Moyer. He used to go to work every day with a Mars bar sandwich. She cut it out. Auntie Irene, God rest her soul. She's beautiful. I think my mum was beautiful. They're beautiful women in the McGivern family. And he used to rock and roll dance with them. Well, they all rock and roll. He used to win all these competitions in the old days. And she used to work on the trams. All the trams, like the old trams in Glasgow. She worked, and she came back to England to live. But she used to make him a Mars bar sandwich with like butter on it. And then I know other people who have sugar sandwiches. I went, fuck off. They get bread, they put butter on it, and then they sprinkle sugar. My dad used to have it. He used to sprinkle sugar all over it. I went, oh, for fuck's sake, Dad. And he used to have 4 sugars for a cup of tea. And you got, oh, fucking hell, you get the wrong one because I have a coffee or something. So I go and I'll ask, come in, she said, here, there's my dad. And I thought she meant me going talking. And went like that. I went, oh, what the fuck's that? He threw up pure sugar. It was like, and he had 4 sugars. Oh, Bobby's like, he has 30 cups of coffee a day, sometimes 40, and he has 3 sugars in each. No one of them fucking penniless. You don't have to sell these tracks to make a few quid for the sugar. And these are other things statistically. In every year, hornets, bees, and wasps kill 700 people worldwide. Right? One of the worst things you won't believe. I knew this years ago, because you know what I'm like with statistics. More worldwide, 700 people a year, 800 people a year kill themselves by trying to get the toast out of the fucking toaster with one of them. Sticking that in the toaster and trying to pull it jam. With those, they put jam on it. Why the fuck would you put butter on it, jam, and then put it in the toaster? Doesn't make sense. So anyway, but a lot of people just put the toast in and it burns and it'll crumble over and you can't get out. So They end up sticking this in. So don't fucking stick. That's my warning tonight to you. Do not use a knife, because you'll fucking, when you do, and whatever you do, if you're in the kitchen, somebody else has got a knife and they'll get electrocuted, do not fucking grab them. If you get them, push them with your fists like that. Just push them like that. If somebody's getting electrocuted off a washer or electrical, anything, whatever, kick them or push them. You know what sounds horrible? Kick the legs away, like slide the legs. No matter if they fall on the floor, or punch them, or punch them out the way. Do not grab them, because what happens in your hands when muscles contract, so they contract and you're fucking stuck on, you'll get killed. See, remember the police used to with, well, yeah, Emma. Call him Mark, I think his name was. Emma, come here, babe. She knows she's saying babe, and he's up to something. He's calling me babe. He's up to something. He's called me babe. What did the man asked me to run for about 3-4 years ago? When Mark called me, he kept phoning up all the time. What do you want me to run for in this area? No, the police. Chief of police. Fucking hell, mate, followed me again. Cheers. Alesky next year. No, there was two, one there. They asked me to run for mayor. That was when I did the McIntyre, but they asked. Yeah. So I'm sure you know you worked with him, yeah. He worked with the mayor, didn't he? He said, I've already got the other 3 chief inspectors in. If you do it, I'll guarantee you get the job, didn't he? Yeah. And he was a millionaire, multi-millionaire, wasn't he? Really posh, wasn't he? Yeah, really nice. Mark, they called him, wasn't it? Yeah, he was really, really intelligent. When you talk to some really, really fucking posh, I think you should, like you see them in fucking posh movies where they're really posh, like fucking, like the Queen type of posh. If you talk like that, you could tell you the real deal. And they swear they're funny. Fuck you. Fuck him. No, the way they swear and they swear they're funny as. Posh people swear very funny. For fuck's sake. Night, guys, tonight. Night, ghouls, tonight, people. I'm going to have a good think about that for you, Peter the Box. I'll get something in my head that'll just click in, and I wake up with these fucking mad things. Aliens will tell me what to do. Take over this planet. Nanu. Remember that? Clap 2. Can you remember it? It was when he came with the Garth. Garth was a robot, silver robot. The old black and white version was great, and they come to help us on the planet because we were destroying the world. And that's what I think they could do. They could come and say, look, you were all right playing with your little arrows, you were all right playing with your bows and your little cowboy guns and all that, but now you're using stuff that's affecting us and it's our galaxy. Our galaxy. I mean, you've got to remember this. It's not just one. It's thousands and thousands of galaxies, and there's billions and billions of stars. Billions of them, billions and billions of stars there is. And when you've got a thing called, see, what we have to do, we have to move in the future. We cannot stay on this planet for much. We can stay on it for a long time, but in millions of years, hundreds of thousands of years' time, we have to move, because when you have the sun can only last so many years. Maybe only 300,000 years or something that's got left. I know we're okay, but the people of the future will have to move out and go somewhere else. We can't live here, because when you have a supernova is when the sun explodes. The sun explodes, and it doesn't explode, it implodes. So what it does, so when you get a nuclear bomb, that implodes, that goes out, the fires, it blows out like that. So the meteorites, they blow out, but the nuclear one pull in. So they pull in. That's why they're so dangerous. So what happens with it implodes means it sucks in. So when the sun is only a star. It's just another star. That's all it is. It's a massive star with the solar flares coming off it. That's another thing that could be coming next. Solar flares with the fucking ozone and everything all fucked up. I've not a degree on it. I've got the diplomas in all this shit. I do loads of courses and stuff. Over the years, I've got loads upstairs, first aid and all that type of stuff, training, level 1, 2, and 3, levels of training, fucking all that shit. I've done loads of stuff. So, what happens when the sun explodes? It implodes. So what it does, it blows up and it sucks everything into it, like a big vacuum, sucks everything into it, and just sucks the whole galaxy will be gone. So we have to go further on. We have to go into space, and the technology that they're doing to go to space, they have to do it because that's the only place we're going to have to go. Because this is all going to be gone. Might be 100,000 years, might be more, but it doesn't last forever. It's only a star. All stars burn out. You'll see. That's why you see shooting stars. That's a star. When you're looking at a star, most of them stars you see are dead. They're dead stars. They've fallen actually to Earth. Most of them stars you see are dead. They're like 50, but like some will be like 50 million years away. Years. Yeah, I'm talking years, not 50 million miles away. 50 million years away. So how the fuck that? That's why they have to have their technology's got to be miles ahead of us, where they can travel. It's got to be traveling at the speed of light to get there. 50 million years away, or 50 million light years away. Light years means traveling at the speed of light. So you have to travel at fucking 1.7 million miles an hour to get to them. That's how far they are for 50 million years. That's how far they are. Just when you start talking about mathematics, it's monstrous. It never ends. When you count, it's infinity and beyond. But the space we were in now, space we were in now. We're in space. We're in space. As we're on this planet now, we're traveling at 65,000 miles an hour, spinning like fuck on the axis. If one of these fucking nuclear bombs go off and hits one of them axes and knocks them off, we'd go spinning into the sun and we'd be all gone. We'd just obliterated into the sun. Nothing left. Not a thing left. And it wouldn't affect the sun. We're only tiny compared to that. That's huge mass. We just burnt the fuck before we got there. Have a nice tan, wouldn't have before I got there. That's how bad it is. These fucking idiots are messing about with things. But I think that's why aliens have to come. And you know, naughty kids in them. When you see kids playing, and then start throwing stones. Hey, Pat, that's enough now. Fucking that's enough. Throwing sand's enough. Now you're throwing stones. Get in now. That's it. You're into the night. So that's what we are. We're naughty kids. So we naughty kids. We've got guns. We've got cannons. We've got all that stuff. They're all right with them. They're all right. The Roman days, spears and all that stuff. The Indians fighting. The cowboys fighting. But you gotta let them play. They're only children. They're only our children. The next thing wait a minute. They've just made a nuclear bomb, and that's when it all changed. And that's when, if you think about this is my theory. No one's seen, well, we don't know, but no one's seen any spaceships until we had started messing about with the nuclear bombs. Think about it. It was the 1940s when we started the nuclear bombs. All of a sudden, spaceships started coming down. So why did the spaceships come? Because they want to know what the fuck we're doing. That's my theory to it. That's what it blows out of the water, because there was no fucking aliens coming about. It was like there was nothing happening, was there? Nobody was saying, "Oh, there's a spaceship every other day of the week." But now you see them all the time because we started fucking about by exploding bombs in the Nevada desert. That was the first place that did the Manhattan thing. It was called. Can't remember the name of it now. But that was nothing to Oppenheimer. Was the one who did it, and he did it with a von Braun. Von Braun was a fucking Nazi. He was a fucking proper Nazi. Experiment on people, everything. He was a fucking horrible cunt because he was so intelligent. He was the one who helped build the V2 rockets. The V1 rockets were coming into England, but the V2 were nearly finished. If them V2 rockets were made, the ones they had, the next ones, were only about 3 to 6 months off. And we had soldiers we sent out there, and they went in. Kirk Douglas was in the film, and they blew up the heavy water. Heavy water is a substance what they make it heavy, so it can be put in a nuclear bomb to explode. I can't explain it to you for forever, but that's what they went in and they blew it up, blew the place up and destroyed these. They went from Scotland, the base of 5 or 6 of them. They went in and they blew it and went on a ferry and escaped. But that was a true film. That really saved us in the war. That we would have been wiped out with that fucking heavy water. They had fucking tons of it, and they were going to put it in there. Like I say, they were close to the nuclear bombs, but obviously it was von Braun who was the head of it, but he was an SS Gestapo officer, so he was doing all that fucking horrible stuff to other people. But because they were so intelligent, they got him out as well, didn't they? Fucking Albert Einstein, they're all fucking from that area, Germans, took them out, but they were so. They really, to be quite honest, they did land on the moon. It wasn't the Americans; it was the Germans who landed on the moon because it was all German fucking brains. It was American money, it was American machinery, but it was all German brains that did it. They actually landed on the moon, the Germans. It was all their stuff. Without the Germans, you took them out the equipment. Like saying, for instance, who built a Ferrari, for instance. If you took the Ferrari people who built it, normal people would be able to build it because they haven't done it. So that's what they got. They got the best brains in the world. Took them and said, look, you can work with us. We'll expunge. Expunge means just to terminate everything what you've done. Pretend you're a great man, and you were this person, you were that person, and pretend he wasn't what he was. But really, he should have been fucking hanged for the fucking things he did in the war. He should have been fucking Nuremberg, I think it was, where they hanged the fuckers. He hanged them all. It was called Albert Fish, and he was the hangman for Great Britain. He hanged Ruth Ellis. She was the last woman to be hanged. And he hanged her, and she said, and she never said no. He asked her something. She never said no. Did you do it or something like that? I can't remember what it was now. And she never said fuck all. She just went to her death. She was the last woman to be hanged. And then there was another one hanged. She was hanged. She was called Mary Ann Cotton, I think she was called. And she used to get her kids. She was from up this way. She was from up fucking Ferry Hill way, somewhere like that. And she had a load of kids. She'd get married, and she would get her husband insured, and she would give them arsenic, give them arsenic poison and kill them. And used to get I think it was something like a $5 or something, or a $10 or something for the husband. And then she started fucking killing her own kids. So she killed about 24 people. She killed about 5 or 6 husbands, and she killed 2 or 3 others, but they couldn't prove it. And she had one kid, and she accidentally poisoned the kid, but she loved that one kid. But she went all over the country doing it all over. There was a film, Angel, it's called Dark Angel. You watch it. That was a true story. She ended up fucking her own kids, but that Albert, he didn't hang her. Somebody else hanged her because she was pregnant. She had to give birth to the baby in Durham jail. So she was in there laughing, joking, like, not fucking bothered, killed all these people and kids. And they hated her. So the man who hanged her, deliberately, what they do, they put the rope around, they tied it in a special way. Albert de Fish, he was a fucking murderer. Albert Pierpoint found a way where he could be more humane. So what he used to do is he used to get your legs, tie your legs together, weigh you, and put a weight on you. So say you were 10 stone, I think it was something like, say, 13 or 14 stone would be enough to snap your neck and kill you straight away. So he used to do the weights on the legs and weigh them, put them on the thing, and poof, you're ready, and gone. Now, this other hangman was in there, and he went in. This was the Victorian days, and he fucking hanged her. And I was over the moon. I thought, fucking horrible cunt. And he made her. She hanged for about, I think it was about 9 fucking minutes before she died. Instead of dying straight away, she choked for 9 minutes on the thing. And they all just stood there smiling at her and fucking hated her because she was horrible what she did to the children. So she got a fucking payback. But he even hanged his best mate. And his best mate lived next door to him, and he ended up killing his girlfriend with a slag. She was messing about wherever he could. And he found her and killed her. So he went, Titch, they called him, a little bloke called Titch. And he went, hiya, Titch. He went, hiya, Albert, I'm not bothered if you're doing this to me, blah, blah, blah. He went, thank you very much for helping me. And then he killed him and hanged him. And if he didn't, for everyone he hanged, he got £10. But he bought himself a pub in London, so he was away from there. So he'd go to some very strange ways. And then you get a reprieve, where you get the last minute, where you always be the reprieve, they let him go. And that would happen. So they used to say that a condemned man, you've seen him in the films where they say, what do you want for your last meal? You can have anything you want, whatever it fucking is. 3 steaks, 4 steaks, whatever you want, you can have. But they used to say that you can't be hanged unless you had like a big hearty breakfast or a big hearty meal, like a big slop up meal before you die. That was one of the that was one of the theories. That was his theory. So this lad went in, he was simple, he couldn't read and write and stuff. Bless him. And he said to him, Mr. Pierpoint, it's funny, but he's a cunt what he done. He said, Mr. Pierpoint, you can't hang me because I haven't had my breakfast. He said, I'm here to make sure you don't get your dinner. I thought, you horrible cunt. He thought, he'd tell him that. He went, I'm here so to make sure you don't get your dinner. No, otherwise you're getting fucking hanged now. So it didn't work. So he hanged him. He said, no, I've had my dinner. He said, doesn't matter. He's still, anyway, they had to drag him through. They hanged him. But they used him against the Nazis in Nuremberg, and they sent him there. And he hanged. He's the biggest, apart from Shipton, he's the biggest murderer in this country. Shipton killed over 600 women, I think, but he only got done for about 20. But that Albert Pierpoint hanged over 400 German Nazis. there. So what he had to do it when he could do like 4 at a time. He was hanging for like so many people every day. It was 400 he hanged, so he was the biggest killer that way. But they say that the other one had killed more people than anyone. Was that fucking the doctor? Remember the old women? He was injecting them. He was befriending them, and he was befriending them for friends. And then he'd get them to give the will over to them. He was like, couldn't have we done it? And one person sussed it and said, "Sure, you thought you were my mum." And the copper was an ex-copper. And he thought, nah. Well, anyway, another one come out. So Dr. Shipman, that was his name, Dr. Shipman. And he was supposed to have killed loads of women, old women, but he hanged himself in the cells, the Barrel Cunt. And that's how they caught him with they brought this young lad, and he was about 18-year-old. And he said that all these things couldn't, he's like that, laughing, and you're not going to get me, because he was really intelligent, IQ through the roof. But this fucking kid come in, like, he looked about 14, 15-year-old, like fucking schoolboy. And he went, I'll get him. He said, well, how are we going to get him? We've been through all the computers. He said, ghost files. And they went, ghost files? What the fuck, ghost files? They didn't have a clue what we're talking about. So we got the computer about 2-3 weeks. I've got him, got all the things where he'd meet the dresses and everything and all the stuff, brought them all back. So that's why whatever you do on a computer, when you go through the router, they go into the ghost files and they just stay in cyberspace, and they're there forever. They never move. They'll be here for the rest of the eternity, because they don't take up any room. So the ghost files can be brought back. That's how they catch these murderers and these top of the range ones. And he got fucking like you say, he hanged himself. That horrible cunt he is. But the worst murderer was not. People think Adolf Hitler was the biggest murderer of all time. He killed 6 million Jews, but he wasn't the biggest murderer, because we knew about them Jews. We knew we were offered the Jews. The Americans were offered them. The Swedish were offered them. The Irish were offered them. The Scottish were offered them. All these countries got offered to help them, and they went no. So after the war, there was 6.5 million Jews. With the what was he? The Soviet leader. Anyone give me his name? Right fucking name. The main one. He killed them all. He fucking killed them all. He shot them all. 6.5 million people he killed. Stalin, was it Stalin? Yeah, Stalin, wasn't it? Stalin killed them all. 6.5 million fucking poor innocent people shot them all. You horrible cunt. So they've took his statue down now and everything. Peter, Mark it's Peter I love coming onto the show mix. Peter the box, he's funny, Peter. Doodlebugs. Yeah, doodlebugs. Doodlebugs were a one that would come and they'd make a noise like that, and they could hear them, so everyone would get out of the way and hide. They were called doodlebug bombs. They dropped them from the sky, and they'd come down. They were fucking, but they were nowhere near as, like you say, them fucking the V2 rocket ones. What they were actually making the next set they could travel thousands of miles. These ones, where the other ones only could travel from say France to over to here, and that was another fuck up in the war as well, because when they went to the French, what happened is he was on the phone, he got the orders wrong, and he said, oh, they're not coming. And when they seen the invasion was coming, they thought they got the orders wrong, so they never done that. He just went back to sleep, and he fell asleep, the fucking general, and then the invasion came over there. Overlord it was called. That was the invasion. And Overlord, American Spoils of War, the Russian one. Mark Emsley. What Russian one, mate? American Spoils of War. Some good American films. West Auckland, only West Auckland. Spoils of War, yeah. Yeah, it was an old fish fair series, that Spoils of War. Wasn't it an old an old series in there, I think, from about the 70s. That. Cheers, Freedom. Yeah, 400 fucking people he had. And he was, his wife never wouldn't sleep with him. He was horrible. She hated him. And he used to get £10 when he went. And if he didn't get when he got there, and there was a reprieve, he didn't get paid. Fucking killing someone for a tenner. I'll give you a tenner. I'll give you fucking 40 quid if you come back by Albert Pierpoint, that was his name. 3-barreled name. Ruth Ellis, she shot her boyfriend. He was horrible, couldn't, he was always messing about. She shot him with a gun. A little snub-nosed 36 it looked like. And she never admitted she shot him. She kept the mouth shut. She was one of them, like, fucking 100% staunch. Kept the mouth shut. But they used to ask them if you got out to say the priest and that, and they'd say, "Oh yeah, I killed him," or so he could go. Yeah, he could go. There's no, what would it matter if you didn't fucking say yes or no? Because you wouldn't have a conscience, would you? The next 10 seconds or Peter Point used to do it, like I said. So when they dropped, it was a good thing he did because Peter was next would just snap and he'd kill him straight away. So he used to do it like that. He used to weigh them and put the rope around them at a certain angle, and then they'd snap the necks, which was to the side, I think it was, yeah. But if they do them wrong, some people's necks will come off. They'll snap, the whole heads come off. Albert the Fish, Albert the Fish was a paedophile. Albert the Fish lived in America, and he raped and killed little children. He was a cannibal. So the police were looking for him for a long time. So they went to this house. They got a tip off Albert the Fish, Albert D. Fish, I think his name was, and total fucking wrong. And he used to rape kids and eat them. So they went to this house, knocked on the door, said, "Can't be him. He's fucking 60-odd-year-old man." So they went in the fucking kitchen. And he went, I threw his guts up. There was a baby, he's about 6 months old, about a year-old baby's head in a pot, and the hands and the feet and that bubbling away like a pot of stew. And the copper threw up, and he arrested him, nicked him. The other one was fucking these. The other one, the mass murderer from when he hanged them all. What do you call him? Not hanged him, but the one he went to call him fucking. I can't think his fucking name now. Fucking hell. Can't use his name now. The Boston Strangler. I can't think of his name. The Boston Strangler. Hold on. He was brilliant how they caught him. Fucking clever as well. Peter. I get mixed names with the actors now. What the fuck they call him? Read and find that name. Yeah, I'm just legal. But I'm just doing this American one if anyone get him. He from the Boston Strangler. Was he called Albert? He's called Albert. No, Albert something. Albert something. He was called. I'm sure he was called Albert as well. I'm almost certain. And there was people pretending no beds, like for him. It was me, like fucking tin for I murdered her. Yeah, and then the cops are not after to well, how many times did you stab her? 7 or 8? He went 6. Fuck off, you daft cunt. You've been hanged. You've been strangled. They used to get them, the Boston Strangler. That was when they were. They say this day that he never ever did it. They say the cops just framed him up because he was that bad. The whole city was on lockdown. What he used to do, he was a handyman. He'd go around, fix the electric and fix the gas and all that for the apartments all over Boston. See if you can find the name of him. I can't be his fucking name now. Albert something. I think it was Albert something. Freedom, you can find it for us. Boston Strangler. Getting me fucking nerves now. So what he did, he used to break in. He'd sneak in. He'd leave the door open. He'd go in the toilet and he'd leave the window open or something. He'd sneak back round and get in. He was only small, and he used to strangle them. And he used to strangle them. I think he used to kill them as if it was his wife. And he killed, I think, I can't remember, about 6, 7, 8 people, 9 people maybe. I think he killed. It wasn't the biggest murder, but it was the worst. Well, the city's petrifying, but he was the worst. What he ever had was fucking the Yorkshire Ripper. I remember as a kid, fucking women were going out in like gangs, like 4 or 5 lasses, prostitutes and stuff. We're all standing together and stuff, and he was fucking horrible. He got one, and these fucking daft cunts, the police again. He was only a size 7 feet, which was small for a man, and he worked in a lorry. He was a lorry driver, so I was fucking here. I get this. Fuck, don't blame me, Bryce. Those lorry drivers get the blame, don't they? Go on, Mark. You're getting his fucking lorries as Yorkies. Anyway, they pulled him in because what happened is she was paid. He got paid his wages. Them days you got your wages, got them in a little slip like that, little packet, brown packet. You open it up, you get your wages, their name and that on it. You get it, so you get paid. So as you know, money a lot sometimes when it comes to a big place like they I think they had about Mark will know about the lorries, hundreds of lorries. They had hundreds of people working for them. and the lorry drivers get good wages, so he got paid a £5 note. So when he got this girl in Leeds, I think it was Leeds, he got her, and he said, so he got her, and he actually the kid's the mum, same as this, the boss of Charlie, got his name Albert, no, not something, Albert something. How he's fucking name, the boss of Strangler now. Freedom got it. No, Freedom's not doing it for me. Yes, they say that. Yeah, I'll tell you about it in a minute. And so anyway, fucking hell, I can't think. So they went there, yeah. So he went and he had sex with her, and she paid him with
Why
£5.
don't you start doing different ones on analysing different series?
I'm doing that now.
Yeah, I mean, you could like do a full live on each one.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but he manages it. So what happened is he tried to get hold of the guy. He can't do a full one because it takes too long. What happened is he got hold of the girl and he had sex with her and killed her, and he couldn't find the money, so he stabbed her 56 times, I think it was, in the face with a fucking big screwdriver. That was his thing, was a screwdriver and a hammer. Now he done there, so they had him in because he had the £5 note was paid to him, so he had the £5 note, and also he had size 7 feet. There's 2 clothes. They had him in. Do you know how many times they had him in? You'll never guess. 7 fucking times before they caught him. 7 times they had him in. 7 fucking occasions, all the people been murdered. So what happened? Then we got caught. The fucking idiot was. He was doing the murders and that, like I said. Anyway, he went to one place, and he asked this girl to have. It was Middlesbrough. He asked this girl, "Do you want a lift?" Or something. He said something like that, to get a lift, and she got in the car because he said he went to the hospital, and she got in. And when she went, she looked down and she seen a hammer in the bag in the car. It was in. I don't know the full thing. It was Middlesbrough General Hospital. She looked down and see the hammer and the tools in the bag. So she went, "I just get me whatever, me cloak or whatever the fuck." She went, come back. She phoned the police to come, and he'd gone. But she reported him from Middlesbrough. She was. So what happened is he got this girl, and he was in a Land Rover, and there was everywhere they went, there was cops everywhere, all the Leeds and Bradford and all these different places looking for him, and they were taking registrations down. So this young cop, he was only a young kid, he walked by and he seen him. He was looking a bit suspicious, so he was in the bushes. No, I'm wrong. He said to him, what was it he said? "Can I go to the toilet? I'm one away." So he let him go in these bushes near the tree, and he had a pee. And as he went in there, he put a hammer and a fucking chisel in there on the floor. So they went back to they got him. And the reason why they got him, when they put the registration, it came back as a motorbike registration, the daft cunt. So it come back as a motorbike, so they had to take him in. So when they took him in, he went, the cop was sitting there, the young Bobby, and he went, "No hammers, no nothing, there's nothing here, it's not there." And the van vehicle, he went, "Wait a minute." So he says, "Wait, that won't be long." So he jumps in the fucking vehicle, goes back. Rightly so, in the bushes, they found the hammer and the tools with the stuff would kill them. And that's how they caught the fucker. He made a big mistake by putting the motorbike registration on the fucking car. Ted Bundy, I can tell you Ted Bundy was a fucking genius, an absolute genius. Really good looking bloke. Like, nothing like the other you see, the one that would kill you. He was really good looking, and that's where they got the film stars, the lambs off. But he's good. He pretended that he'd have a broken leg, and he'd be like that, walking. "Can you help me, love? Can you help me, please get in here?" And he'd be like, pretending he was handicapped. He'd have like a pot on his arm that was falling off, like he'd made it, and he'd have a walking stick. And he'd say, "Yeah, of course I can help you get the settee." And he'd go, "Put it a little bit more," and then they were in the vehicle, and the doors were locked. He'd push it in, go and bang her in the face, or hit her in the face with a hammer, and fucking knock her out. And that's how he did it. He was like a really like a model if you ever look at him. But he was very clever. He was ex-army, and he was really, his IQ was like 120, really high IQ. So they captured him, and he escaped. He jumped out of the fucking top window, and he escaped for 2 or 3 years. And he liked raping nurses, and he used to go in the camps where the nurses would work. And he got away with it. He escaped for 2 years, and the compulsion, the urges to do it, was fucking like gambler or somebody on crack or something. It was that bad. He had to do it. So he started again. They said it's him again. It's him. It's him. Because they have a moment of opportunity, moment of operandi, it's called in Latin. So they caught him again, and he escaped again. But this time they caught him straight away. I think he broke his leg, jumped out a fucking 3-story window, and they caught him. But he represented himself in court. That's how clever he was. He got done, got found guilty, but he represented himself in court. And he was a fucking horrible cunt. You know, looking at him, you look like a bit of a gangster. You know, the old school gangsters in the 60s, where they're really immaculate, all the clothes and everything. But yeah, he was the first of the intelligent ones coming forward. But that's what they got. That there was Silence of the Lambs. There was another one called Ed Gaines. Now Ed Gaines lived on a pig farm with his mum. That's where they got that's where they got fucking that's where they got that from. Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Norman Bates. Fucking it's him in it. Fucking Jamie Bates. Fucking Master Bates. Anyway, so he went to his house, the cops, because they think people were going missing in the area. So they went in the house, and he had a bed with people's skulls on it, but he killed. And he used to feed them to the pigs. The pigs can eat everything apart from the only thing they can't digest is gallstones. Gallstones can't digest them, and also skin. You know, your skin, your fat, body fat. You can't digest that. So they can eat everything else, and you can just fucking put that in a bag or something, throw it in the sea or something, the river. You never see it again, or be eaten by fucking crabs or something. So what he used to do, he'd feed them the pigs, and he used to have them if there were hikers and things like that. And he said, yeah, you can stay for the night or whatever, or befriend them. And what he'd done with them, the ones with tattoos on, he'd cut them open dead slow, take it off, and he'd make lampshades. You can see the lampshades where he's made with the skins pulled round, all carefully done. It's human skin with tattoos on, say like a ship or a dinosaur or a monster, or whatever on their arm, or a woman's face or whatever. And he made them in there. He was fucking round the bend. He was about 8 stone and wet, little skinny cunt. But he just used to smash their heads with hammers when they were asleep or whatever. And he was horrible, one of the worst ever. Him. And that's how they got that for them. Dance the other year when they chopped him up. But he lived with his mum. Albert, I thought it was called Albert. Yeah, Albert de Salvo. I kept Albert de Fish in there, so Albert de Salvo. So I've got them both mixed up. So Albert de Salvo was the Boston Strangler, yeah. Cheers, Rich Biscuit, yeah. I knew I was right. I know all the cunts. I've got all the medication books. I used to study them all in case I got caught for murder. How do I do it and get away? These cunts have got, these have all got caught, so how do I try and get off? I've got about 50, 60 of them in my loft, all how they got caught and what mistakes they make and all that shit. And most of the time, it's just absolute amateur time when you look at them. Fucking useless they are. You always get caught with some daft. You got caught the 5-pound note he was pulled in 7 times before they got him in. They got him, that fucker. And then there was the other ones where he actually got. I don't believe him off coronation street. Like, I think he's full of shit. I mean, he said he seen him and all that. You ever see him, that fucking crank? He was in that documentary I did with the Craze. He was had blonde hair. He was in fucking, I can't remember his fucking name, fucking blonde hair, skinny fuck. He was in Coronation Street for years. He said he seen Yorkshire Ripper and he ran, he got away, and his mate, and he got caught, something like that. And then when my mate was telling me, I thought, fuck off, he's full of shit. He waited 30 odd years to tell everyone. He only started telling the story a couple of years ago. Fuck off, full of shit. 40 years or something ago. I remember it because everywhere you were at, women were petrified. You see now, phone this for this man and see this, and there was nowhere near him. And I'll tell you about John Wayne Gacy in a minute as well. So what happened is this fucking scumbag called Wearside Jack, ex-policeman, by the way, guys, come on, he went, my name, I can't remember the copper's name, he was very clever, this copper, and he said, see, he was Jack, my name is Wearside Jack, he said, you're no further catching me than you've ever been. He says, you're miles away from me, blah, blah, blah. So, because it was a Wearside, which is like Sunderland way, they took all the attention away from where he was at, and 6 more people got killed. That cunt only got 6 years. He should have been kept in for life, that cunt, for getting them women killed, because he was an ex-policeman as well. That scumbag. Yeah, he only got 6 years, a fucking piece of shit. John Wayne Gacy was a copper. He was an ex-cop, big fat lad, and he lived in the house. And underneath you have the ground. Underneath they've got the grounds. I can't remember what it's called now, where he can put rubbish and stuff like that, and you can put stuff where it's under that. I can't remember what it's called though. The crawl space. That's what it's called. The crawl space in America. He used to get kids. He was a clown. He used to do big jokes and a magician and that. And he used to, because he was an ex-cop, he used to have these handcuffs. And he had this place, and he'd let them in the house. He was gay, and he'd get fixed up with young lads and stuff. He'd take them home. He'd say, "See if you can get out with this trick." And he'd put them on. He'd do something like that, and he'd get out of it. He'd say, "You try now." And then they'd lock, and he couldn't get off. So he used to get them on it was like a board like this. It was like that shape, and he put their hands on there, and he put them on and lock it, and then lock their legs on, and then he beat fuck out of them until he killed them and raped them. He was fucking horrible. He used to dig underground. He had about 10 bodies, and you could smell the bodies from the people. Could smell the bodies. They were complaining to the cops. So he got a barrister over there, an attorney, and he went, "I've killed him. I've done this. I've done that." But by law, the attorney would not be able to divulge that information because he's sworn to secrecy. Now, if he did divulge that information, he'd be charged, and he'd also probably go to jail for it as well. And he'd also never be a barrister again, because once you divulge that confidentiality between client and patient, client and barrister, once you divulge that, you're finished, you're kicked out, you're disbarred. So he couldn't tell anyone. The cops were pulling him. I can't say nothing, but he was giving them clues, like that. But it took ages to get him, fucking ages and ages, and they finally got him in the end. But they took him down. He was fucking horrible. John Wayne Gacy. And then there was Damer. He was fucking crack as him. The other one who was game. He used to get them back and kill them as well, smash the heads in the hammers. Jeffrey Damer, another fucking psychopath. And that's what he likes, all these fucking lunatics, that daft cunt. He loves them all. He loves them all. He's in love with them all. He loves fucking Jimmy Savile and all them. My older brother was on the submarine Cockerill. It's the Belgrade. Lot of lives lost that day. Yeah, terrible, mate. They're fucking heroes. That's what I'm saying. But people don't realise. They're going about fucking football. It really makes me fucking rage. People sitting on the bench getting £350,000 a fucking week, and there's fucking people like army lads. I say this all the time. There's people forget about the fucking war and all the people were killed. That was only done because that Maggie Thatcher, that fucking scumbag, she was losing in the polls, which is when you go to be the new prime minister. She was losing by about 30%. She was right down in the polls where people vote for you. So she decided, she was told by the war generals, these are the war generals, you've got like the general of the army, the general of the navy, the general of the what do you call it, the RAF. So there's 4 different generals, I think there's. So 6 generals spoke to her at this meeting where they're sitting before the war now and said, Argentina is only a tiny place, right? So we had loads of troops to go into there. So they said, what we advise now is send more troops in, they'll shit themselves, and they won't even try to attack us. Pardon me, won't even try to attack us. So fucking brainy fucking ones who like that, Mark who's going to get me in for the chief of police, will turn around and say, "Oh, don't send anyone in, they will attack us, and then we'll wipe them out, and then you'll go straight to the top." And that's what that dirty bastard done. She done that. All them people got killed because of her. And all them stupid cunts, go on, Maggie Thatcher, go on, up the British and all that. But what about all them poor fuckers who lost their lives and lost their legs and burnt to death and roasted to death just so she could win the election? And that's all it was about. It was all about winning the election. And everyone was thinking she was great. I knew she was a fucking scumbag from day one. Big Top on the movie Snatch Top said, pigs can't digest teeth. Yeah, they can't. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Thank you very much. You're right. They can't digest teeth. You're right. So the other one who did that was called, fucking hell, I think his name now. And he was, what he was, he was, what was he called? I remember the actor who played him, fucking can't his name now. And he went around, he pretended he was an RAF pilot. He was going around, Les Battersby, that's him. Yeah, I don't believe he's fucking only just come out with that now, that daft cunt, about the story about he's seen the Ripper, and he fucking crank. We'd have told only years ago, you wouldn't have waited all these fucking years. So anyway, oh God, what's my story? Timmy B, I can't think of the fucking thing I'm looking for now. Chicago, Clown and Colonel, yeah. Yeah, he was a clown. Yeah, he used to do tricks, didn't he? Like, you know, cards and all that to draw them in. Really, really write him, fucking him, writing books, getting them in, writing books. Fucking, I've lost the fucking story. I was going to tell you now. For fuck's sake! Oh my god! So I've lost the story. For fuck's sake! What was I thinking about? My head's fucking got that much stuff in it. Fucking just. Was it someone asked me someone? Oh, that was him. Yeah, he was. Let me think. I just come in. The Doctor Latimer in the series. Doctor Latimer's fucking hell. I can't think of his name. Ralph something Goss. He was called, and she was called June Plumley Bruce. Jane Plumley Bruce was in the series. The Charmer. He was called. So my bank, sometimes brain banks have got to work, and yeah, Jane Plumley Bruce. How can I come? The three-barreled name, and he was called the Charmer. So what he used to do, he used to go around and go out with them and befriend them and kill them and take the money. He'd pinch all the money out of the bank of them and pretend he was in love with them. They were going to get married, and he'd pinch all the money and he would do that. And he got caught in the end. But there was another one. He was Scottish, the real one, but they did. And what he was doing, he was called John Haig, the acid bath murderer. And John Haig was Scottish. His family was Scottish. They were proper old-fashioned Catholics. And he worked in London. He always wanted to make loads of money. He was into like a Del Boy type character, and he started doing the same thing, robbing people, like, you know, like the man and the woman, befriending them, then murdering them, and then he used to take them in the countryside, and they'd say, "Oh, we're here," and I think he had a 9mm Luger, and he used to shoot with a gun, and then he used to put them in the acid bath. And he had the big rubber gloves on, but you'd have to be careful because you breathe the ink. Acid can kill you. So, and the thing what happened is, they come for him to this place. He went on for ages. He killed, I think he killed about 4, 6 people, something like that. And what happened is, the pathologist was walking down the path. Now your gallstones are like a purpley colour, like a greeny purple colour. And he looked on the floor, he went, "They're gallstones. The only things there come was somebody's gallbladder." So when they went into the drain, they found skin. Skin's another thing you can't get rid of. Skin it'll just stay in the acid, and it won't dissolve. So he was pouring the skin down, so they found the skin, and that's how they caught him there. He admitted it in the end. Obviously, got hanged for it, but he was a horrible cunt as well. He was befriending families, so a rich Scottish man and woman he befriended, and his family was Scottish, so he got on with him, and he murdered the woman, strangled her, and shot the husband. But he got caught in the end. And the other one got caught was in Moswell Hill. That was about 1970, about 1980, I think. 81. What was he called? Fucking hell. Dennis. Fucking. I can't remember his full name. Dennis. Company Dennis. See what happened? 2 men were fixing the plumbers. There were plumbers fixing the drain. He was glasses. You know him, Dennis. Fucking. Someone will get him. He was having a good time, right? Trying to think of his fucking Dennis. What the fuck was he called? Dennis, not Heath. Dennis fucking. Somebody's funny guy. Dennis something. Anyway, he was in Moswell thing in London, I think it was. And what he used to do, he was gay, and he used to go to the train station and pick young boys up, 15, 16-year-old kids and things like that, and he would take them back. And he would, I nearly got his name there, he would take them back and he would make them something to eat. So he had a Scottish one who would talk all the time about stuff. He started watching the telly, he was going, "We should watching the telly." So anyway, he said, "Why did you kill him?" He said, "Because I couldn't watch the telly because he kept talking about things. So I strangled him so I could watch the telly." And then what he used to do, he should take them, carry them out of the room, and he'd say, "You all right?" And they say, "Yeah." As if he was talking back to them. He'd take them, put them in a bath, wash them all down, take the clothes off them, burn the clothes, to put clean underwear, socks on, shoes, jackets and all that, and sat them at the table and put them at the table like he's eating his dinner, going, "Like the shepherd's pie." he'd be like as if he's talking back to him, and he'd like have a conversation with him. And then when they got mouldy and started getting all fucking falling to pieces, the body decomposing, he'd bury them under the floorboards, and then every now and then he would dig them back up and have sex with them. So Dennis, it's fucking done me head in now. Dennis, he was an ex army, and he worked for the Dole. I can't think his fucking second name. And he anyway, so he used to use, it's clever what he did, he used to use no black rubber tyre off a car, and the smell of rubber. He put the body in a bonfire and put the tyre on every so many months. He'd burn the bodies on there, and that's how he got away with it, because you could do that in them days. There was no such thing as pollution. There was pollution, but there was no laws to do it. And they used to put them on there, burn them, and he killed quite a few people, over the time. But the two men down the drain found a bit of bone, so they phoned the doctor. When the doctors come out, forensic doctor, he said that's a thorax, which is in your throat. He said that's off the throat, that's like the throat bone. So it was on the news, breaking news thing came on. Bodies being found, bones have been found in Muswell Road, I think it was called. Dennis, he's doing me fucking nabbering now. I'll tell you what's really called. Dennis, what's he called? He's fucking sick. Dennis. Yeah, he murdered his gay, he used to murder them and dig them back up. Fucking hell. Nielsen, that's it. Dennis Nielsen, thanks very much. Fucking hell, Peter in the box, love you all the well. No, you just can't get it out in your fucking head. I'm the fucking divvy cunt I am. Sweeney Todd was a barber. He lived in was it Leicester Square, I think, somewhere like that he lived. It was somewhere where the newspaper place. It was like a road where all the newspapers were. So people used to get off the boats, off the docks. They'd come in and they'd been on there for ages. Needed like in them days, what they used to do, the barbers used to pull your teeth out as well. They'd do your teeth, they'd do your hair, cut your nails, all sorts of things the barbers used to do in them days. They'd help you with all sorts of fucking diseases and things. So people would go and get their hair cut, and he had this special chair, you'd sit on it. How you doing? You all right? Where you from? And, have you got much family? You go, no, I just live on my own. He said, I'm just retired. And he said, I've come here to live. I'm from America, just for talking sake. He said, I've just bought a house, and I've got this, I've got that. And he's telling him everything what he wants. He think, right, I'll have you fucker. He said, what would you like? So he'd lean them back, start putting the towels on them, cutting the things, and he'd be like, make sure there was no one about, lock the door. And then he'd push his foot on a pedal, and the chair would come back, slit the throat, and the chair would tip back over, and the body would fall down into the cellar. And he'd leave them down there, go down, drain the blood off them. And guess what he used to do? He used to chop them up, put them in a mincer, and make pies. He used to make pies out of them. So people would go in and give you a penny a pie, I think it was, and they'd buy pies. So one day, someone went in and bought a pie, and they found a fingernail in it. So they went to the police with it, and they raided him. They found bodies in his cellar. He'd been doing it for years and years. He was selling human pies. And fucking hell, Shelly about the fucking lot, wouldn't she? She'd be in the cellar, wouldn't she? Eating the body, them the fucking pies. She'd cut through. Worse than a good chip. Yeah. So yeah, that Dennis Nielsen, yeah, that Sweeney Todd. So he got caught. Him and his missus got caught. I think he got hanged. I don't know if she got hanged. Yeah, he drugged him. Yeah, he did drug some as well. Yeah, but he kept drugging them and having sex with them. But what he did with a lot of them was when he murdered them, he used to put them on that, like I say, in between a few black, the smoke of a black tie fucking stinks on it. So the rubber smell. That's what I'm thinking of. The rubber would put him up. Muswell Hill. I thought it was Muswell Hill. Yeah, because when they said to him, that same, and they go, look at all the fish, look at all the fucking, they look like that. They're all like 8 stone, 9 little fucking freaks, and they're all like him. The fucking tin, what's the buzz in it, Tin Man? They're all like that scruffy cunt. They look like they wouldn't hurt a fly. Yeah, I say that to them. Wouldn't hurt a fly, but he fucking killed 20 people. Look at Adolf Hitler. Look at fucking all them, all the things they did to the Jews. All them poor people, tortured them. Fucking horrible what they done to them. And they were all like that. Little skinny cunts couldn't fight sleep. All glasses don't. They're always little weirdos, aren't they? Fucking yeah, killed young men. Used to go to the train station for them. Fucking terrible. How could anyone do that to someone? It's just, I can't comprehend it. I'd love to save people's lives. Fucking trying to kill people. They're fucking evil. Sorry if someone's trying to kill you. It's totally different. Yeah. And when they decomposed too much, he got him out. He was another one fucking him. What's he called? Fucking horrible weird cud. What was he called? And he was, that was one of the reasons this one here. It's important, this one. I'm thinking of his name in this. 10 Rellington Place. John Reginald Christie. He murdered people. So what happened? He was an air warden in the war, where the aeroplanes go around and they help get people he was a policeman, like, and he'd go around. But he was a doctor. He did a bit of training, like first aid training, so he learned a little bit of stuff. So he used to get young girls in, and he used to give them, like, get rid of the babies, when they got pregnant. So he'd put like a gas mask on them, and he'd get rid of them, the babies and stuff. But he was killing some of them. So he'd get them in and he'd put the mask on them and he'd give them like a mask and they'd breathe, he'd suffocate them, they'd die on them. The stuff he'd give them, he'd poison them, and then he'd have sex with them. I think he killed 6 women, and he used to put them in the ground and then dig them back up and have decomposed bodies and have sex with them. And his wife knew he was doing horrible things. So there was a lad called Evans. He went to stay there with his missus, and he had a kid. He was simple. He probably had an IQ of about 80, really, really simple. Like somebody who was like, really backward type of thing. And really simple lad. So he was like a big, strong lad. He could work and that. So he said to her, look, I can get rid of the body for you. I can get rid of the baby for you. But it'll cost you, say, £1 or whatever in them days. And he said, oh, we'll keep it. He said, we can't afford another baby. So anyway, they had a baby. It was only a baby in a pram. So he said, well, you go away for a few days and come back, not like that. So anyway, when he did it, he murdered and killed her. And he said, I'm sorry, son, it went wrong. She's died. And he broke down. It was John Hurt who played the part, called him Evans. And he said, you're going to have to go. They're going to blame you. He said, no, but you said, no, you told me to do it. You give me the permission. Who they're going to believe? An ex-policeman, outstanding thingy of the society of the area, or they're going to believe you. You're a thief and this, that, and the other. So anyway, he ran. He did a runner. He just died out the way. So he thought the police coming. Anyway, they fucking went. Thought they've got the body now in, and then the bastard killed the baby as well, strangled the baby. But he blamed the lad. So the cops got the lad Evans and they put him on trial. It was Christie. Christie did it. I didn't do it. So he kept saying he was in Wales in a halfway house, like bed and breakfast. And then when they went to the halfway house, he was over here. The man who was here has been gone for ages. Anyway, about 6 months later, and he had hanged him, the poor cunt. He never done it. 6 months later, the man who owned the hotel said, I did see that boy. He stayed with me. And he proved all the proof. He had the signature, like a cross or whatever he done. And he said he stayed with me and he came back. And then they took what they used to do in them days. They used to say, you will be taken from this place to another place, which would be the prison. You will be hanged by the neck until you are dead. And they would hang you, and you wouldn't be buried in a ground where there was a church. You'd be buried in the prison ground. So it was unholy where you were buried. So what they done, they went in, dug him back up, and put him in a proper drill. He never done it, the poor cunt, and that was one of the main reasons. Was that one there? There was the Hanratty one on the year 66, where Hanratty's supposed to shot this copper and killed him, and he didn't. And it was fucking, the coppers lied about it anyway. He fucking got hanged for it. And then there was Ruth Ellis, and then there was him. So there was them three, and then there was the other one, Craig and Bentley. Bentley was, I can't remember which, but Craig. So they stopped the hanging there. This is just a lesson for you. So they stopped the hanging because of this one as well, because Craig Bentley was, he had an IQ of about fucking 10-year-old, and the other one was really smart. But the other one was a big lad. Him off Doctor Who played the part, and the blonde-haired lad. And they went and did this robbery on a bakery, and there was no law in them days for having guns. You didn't have to have a license or fuck all. You could have a gun. So he thought he was a gangster. And when he was the big one who was in the film, I can't remember his fucking name, top actor, he was like a big 6 foot, 14 stone, big strong lad. The other one was like about 5'4", and he loved all gangster films. He used to watch James Cagney and go, let him have it. No, let him have it. And then gangster films like bang, 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 shoot them, let him have it. So when they were in it, when they did the robbery, they were doing this, it was a bakery. So they went on the roof and they were walking down the lights were on. And the shadows went when they went through this. on the top of the roof. The copper seen them come down. He shouts. So that other one goes, Craig, let him have it. I don't know which one's which. Craig Bentley. I don't know which one was. Said he shouted, let him have it. Give me it. He said, I mean, give him the gun, because he give us that gun now. He shot the gun first. He said, give him it, and he went, let him have it. So another copper went to court, and he said the same. So they hanged him because he was 19, the big lad. He never done that. He never had the gun. He had an IQ of about 10-year-old. And when he was about 15, 16, they let him live. But later on, the copper, a horrible bastard he is, said he never said that. He said, give him the gun. He never said let him have it. So he lied. But when he was dying, he said, I'm going to have to tell the truth. I lied. He said he never said shoot him, never said kill him. He said, give him the gun. I mean, give him the gun, give him the gun. He never said let him have it, like in the gangster films. So the copper admitted about 2 or 3 years before he died. Yeah, but that's the reason why they stopped the hangings, because of that. That was the reasons. Belford. Scum now, people who hanged up hated him should have gone to the most evil man that existed. Well, it's fucking quite a lot, mate. Not just him, fucking loads. Look at fucking him. Stalingrad and all that. He killed 6.5 million people. He's the biggest mass murderer of all time. Hitler's second. But let me tell you this now. If Adolf Hitler was here today and he was tried for these atrocities, they couldn't convict him. The reason why is Adolf Hitler was so intelligent. He never signed nothing in his name. So nothing was given. It was orders given verbal. So it was his word against his word. So when he gave word, he'd have one person on the one give words to say, go in there and do this. He never had nothing, and he'd made them sign it. Adolf Hess, this one, that one, all different soldiers and people and clerks and stuff would sign it. And I watched a documentary on this barrister, he's a top barrister. He said Adolf Hitler would never ever have went to trial, because it was said to the person and be hearsay and conjecture. So he'd never get done for it, because we know he did it, but we could never prove it was him. It was all the SS camps. There was a film called, I can't remember the name of it now. It was in a castle where they done it, where they said, I want to exterminate all the Jews. And that's where it was run. There was only one piece of paper, and it was in that castle where he signed it. It was the only one he ever did sign it. I can't remember the name of it now. It's a good film, that film. But it's about where they go, look, yeah, I've got the Polish Jews. He said, we've got, like, say, 600,000. I'm doing good with them. We're making this. We'll be building places. No, you don't understand. You're not listening to me. He said, we'll die if you do that much work. We do. He said, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Listen to what I'm telling you. If you don't, he wants to exterminate them like rats. He wants them all dead. He's not interested in that. He wants them all gone. In his head, he wanted to kill them. I used to say, Shanley, all right, mate. So they went, let me explain to you now. If you don't sign this today and agree today with this was the top SS officer, we're all going to go to the Russian front. Now, the Russian front was the place where you lasted a fucking week or something, lucky. So if you fucking said no to him, you were sent. It was just like being sent to get your hand. So you would be sent to the Russian front and you'd be killed. So he would never get caught, Hitler, because Hitler never gave them orders. There was only one piece of paper, and it was in a big place in Bavaria, I think it was, in a castle in the middle of nowhere. And there was about 12 officers there, all top SS, and ones who looked after the prisoners and stuff like that. He wanted to he went in jail when he was in the First World War. He was a corporal, which is only one. I was a corporal, was in the Army Cadets, which is one stripe. But he was intelligent, so he was with in there. They're written a book called Mein Kampf, and that's how he changed it. And then there was a night of the long knives, where they went out and stabbed loads of people. Then there was another one called the night of the broken glass, where they smashed all the windows. And this is when the Nazis started coming in. They started taking over, and people were shit scared of them, because they were just coming in and wiping people out. You know, like bat. As when people were getting shot as much, it was just with bat. They were wiping over the police. The police got took off them. But there was a lot of good German people there who wanted to stop him. They tried to blow him up in a bunker. And they put it in the bomb in a suitcase, but they put it next to a fucking chair, a big thick fucking oak chair like that, big thick legs on it, and a table, and it blew up, but it never killed him. And that's when he went fucking berserk. He went mental after that. So he was paranoid of every country. He was paranoid to fuck. But I don't think he shot himself in a bunker. I think that's bullshit. And I honestly don't think, I noticed when them, this is what made me suspicious. The SEAL 6 team, how the fuck all 6 of them got killed? Also, most of them have been, all 6 are dead who were supposed to kill bin Laden. And every one of them were found killed in different strange ways. You know, like fucking that's strange. Same as that fucking other one. He was supposed to have been shot by some lads that he was trying to tell me he killed 200 people. He killed Sniper, as he was called. He killed 200 people, and he got killed by somebody at a gas station. But they're going, fuck off. They've wiped him out because he's done something there. That film Sniper. I don't know what it's called, the full film, not the one with him, the old film one. It's about 5 years old. Brilliant film. And Christopher Eccles, that's who played him. Good lad, that's it. White House, yeah. So he killed something like 200 people with a sniper. It was fucking brilliant. And he went back home. He was killed at a gas station in America. Fuck off. This is the cover of this. Kill him. The same as, like I said, for fucking when they did Lee Harvey Oswald. He had him in working in fucking where the communists were, Russia near there. He went over there. And they also had him in with the communists in with Fidel Castro, which was Cuba, and then they said he killed him. So he's supposed to have done the shooting. It was impossible to do. They've known that it wasn't him. So he got shot. Supposed to have killed Kennedy, John F. Kennedy. And on the day when the president's men were there, instead of having more men on, they took 6 more men off. And you see these men watching the telly, in a room where he's been shot, and they're supposed to have been guarding him. These were the president's men, you know, the president's like home guard type of thing they call them. I don't know what they're called now. President's own men, like, you know, this special unit for them. They were watching it on telly when he got shot. And so it was just a massive conspiracy. So he supposed to have killed him, Harvey Oswald. And then when he was going to court, they took him in the courtroom, they took him through the front door. So you know yourself, you brought Jimmy Savile out with all them people, and they'd go fucking mental and try to do him in. Or you were at a courtroom and all these somebody's in there like a monster, you want to get to him. And the thing is, when they let him out, instead of taking him out the back way in a car with a blanket over his head, they brought him out the front, just walking through the crowd. And a man called Jack Ruby went bang, 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 shot him 3 or 4 times, killed him, fucking stone dead. So Jack Ruby then, went from there. Jack Ruby was shot, Lee Harvey Oswald. He was then put in prison. While he was in prison, he got a miraculous or mysterious injection and died off the injection. So he died then. So all the conspirators who were involved in it were all killed. And I think that's what they did, that sniper book. He was in Iraq and Afghanistan. So I think he killed 200 people he shot. Sniper, fucking brilliant to film. And then he goes to a gas station. Some kid comes, somebody shoots him at the gas station. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. It's bullshit. Well, that man who got killed by the beer was called Brian. So straight away, it's all over with Teesside. Brian Cotterill's been run over, murdered. You know, they like people, fucking Tony Blair. Well, Tony Blair's a horrible cunt when he did. That wasn't a war. They didn't do nothing wrong in that war. They did fuck all wrong in Afghanistan. They never had weapons of mass destruction. They did all the other Stinger fucking missiles, what they got off the Russians. They didn't have weapons of mass destruction. All load of fucking shit. Absolute shit. And the Americans actually give them weapons to the fucking Taliban when they were fighting the fucking Russians for 21 years. They couldn't beat, the Russians couldn't beat them in 21 years. So then the Americans come in, and then the Americans have given the weapons they've got, and the Americans are getting shot off their own weapons, what they give to the Taliban to fight the Russians with. People just don't wake up. They've fucking got blinkers on, they're not bothered. So all their own soldiers were getting killed by their own weapons from Americans. Set the Stingers over all the stuff. They were getting shut down by their own fucking their own weapons. Fucking all because the most lucrative thing in the world is when there's wars on between countries, that's the biggest money making war. Like when that Vietnam was all, that's why Kennedy got shot. Kennedy got shot because he was going to stop the Vietnam War, and he was 10 days off telling everyone the aliens were real. There was a piece of paper where he signed on it, and he's going to tell the whole world that said in 10 days that the aliens are real and Roswell's real and the aliens do exist. That was the two reasons why he was killed, and he was messed about with. She was shagging him, she fucking Marilyn Monroe. Now, Marilyn Monroe, I told you this the other night, she was killed. People think she took an overdose. When they tested when they went into her stomach, there was nothing there in the stomach in the gut, because what she suffered from constipation. She used to take enemas, which is like soapy water they give them and stuff. So they reckon that the nurse, what they had were doing it for her, grinded down the tablets into powder, put them in there, and you know yourself, your intestines are full of your blood, the little capillaries and corpuscles. They've gone in there and killed her, and that's how she's died, through there. So barbiturates wouldn't show up in the gut, and that's all they looked. And then that was her solved, because she was shagging the both of them, and then she was killed. Obviously, that's why she was killed. But she was saying things. She was going to places like shouting her mouth off like drunk, and that's what got her killed. But there was never ever any mass. Have you ever watched that film with his fucking name now? It's a great film. It's American one where they go in to check for weapons of mass destruction. There's not one fucking weapon. It's all shit. But I still think to this day, Bin Laden. You know, when you see the cowboy films, and then there could be 1,000 Indians, and then they shoot the fucking chief. The chief gets shot. Oh, they all go on the floor and they pick the chief up and go and run away. Well, I think that's what's happened there with fucking Bin Laden. I think he's give up, because he was in Pakistan when he got caught, and they knew he'd been there for ages. But that SEAL Team 6, every one of them mysteriously got killed in about a year or something or so. Now, when they did that, they said, "Oh, we couldn't do that because we have to bury him in the sea and all that shit." What a load of garbage! Look what they did at Saddam Hussein. They got him on the back of a trolley, on the back of a truck, portrayed him around the fucking streets. There's no way in this fucking world. And they had him took him to trial, didn't they? Well, why didn't they do the same for him? Why didn't they do the same for him? That was all bullshit, that about, because he's thinking he has to be in the water in 48 hours they have to be for their religion. Well, why didn't they do the same for Saddam Hussein? Absolute shite. Because he surrendered. Saddam Hussein didn't surrender. He still went up whatever he shouted, like up the British, up the fucking whatever he said, he's Taliban or something. He still was defiant. He was horrible, man, what he did to people. But he wasn't worse than Pol Pot. Pol Pot used to go in Africa and smash people's heads in with hammers and smash them to bits, like, loved killing people. And Idi Amin, look at him, another horrible fucker. Right, guys, I'm going to shoot. We've been on nearly 3 fucking hours. Watch me found dead tonight. You'll go boss his hand. Uniforms as SS. Oh, yeah, you might be fucking right, you know. I wouldn't put now past them, but the Americans are the biggest, the Americans who open the mouth. That's when you can tell the line. They're the biggest fucking lions on the planet. Hitler's playground stuff compared to what some have done. Yeah, you're right. 100%. Hitler's nowhere near as bad as what these fucking are. The ones now, these do it and they hide behind it and blame other fucking people. What's it was him? They'll put things on. They're fucking horrible what they do now with these conspiracies, especially manipulating the computers and stuff. They put it in a computer and you find it, and then you get arrested and you get done. Braveheart to me. Peter DeVox. I tell you what, we've been on here. I mean, fucking hell, we've been on here 3 hours, and he's bored yet. Fucking hell. Thinking back and fucking knows his stuff, doesn't he? World War III going to happen. Well, definitely. It's going to happen very soon, mate. I think it's going the next 5 years. It's going to go off. I think we're all going to have to, all of us on here, we're going to have to get our families together. We're all going to have to find somewhere to live, because it's going to be them and us, mate. It's going to be like the fucking zombies walking about and stuff, and scavenging for food and petrol and electricity. You're going to have to make your own generators and stuff. That's the only way we're going to live. We're going to have to stick together. We're not like people on here. We all stick together, and we can, as a unit, you can unite your stand, divide your fall. You can't take them on your own. You've got to have a fucking team with you. Sniper directed was Clint Eastwood. Oh, was it, mate? Yeah, it's great. Great actor, one of my favourites. I love the old cowboy films he was in. He must be fucking 90, mustn't he, now by now? Really good. He was fit. He used to go into the desert, and train and live off the land and things like that. Clint Eastwood, super fit runner. Really good, Right good with his hands, boxing. A couple of films he's been in. Tank Murdoch he fought, didn't he? It was called Tank Murdoch he fought. That was a good film, that. He's a bare knuckle fighter with a big left turn Clyde, the big orangutan. They're really they're the cleverest animals, them and dolphins on the planet. And another one that's super intelligent are honey badgers. Honey badgers will go fight tigers, they fight lions, anything. They're not scared of fuck all, but they're so intelligent. If you have a look on the honey badgers, they're fucking clever as fuck. Really cheeky little cunts. They're really game as fuck. I don't know, the Twin Towers never got blew up, mate. It's all bullshit. The Twin Towers, look at it. It's like that there, look. It's like that, landed on there, look. Look, it's like that, landed on there. A piece of paper. It was like them aeroplanes landed in that building. There was nothing, they didn't weigh fuck all compared to, how could that building burn all that time and then just collapse down like that? Because it was blew up, the four corners were blown up. There was two munitions people and dynamite experts went in and said, they'd been, looks like they'd been parked or they went underneath and put that dynamite, he said, dynamite in, and they pushed it all at the same time. You know, remember Fred Dimble, when he used to do them, when he used to look at the towers and he'd blow them up? It was the exact same as that. When that hit that building, they were really tiny airplanes. They weren't massive. That building was concrete and the fucking steel all the way down to the floor. Would never have buckled like that, wouldn't have fell. It was bullshit. So that was dynamited by, they've done it themselves. I don't know, they've done it themselves. Loads of people agree with it. There's loads of documentaries you can see that wasn't done by just a couple of airplanes, isn't it? That building was fucking monstrous. I mean, monstrous. A top of the range building with all the top of the range fucking stuff in it, you know, steel on steel on steel, and this reinforced and that reinforced. So an airplane's it's only that thin, the metal on a fucking airplane. It's only tiny. So how could it make that building? It didn't make sense. And then 500 people from the Pentagon was 500 people, I'm not saying all from the Pentagon, were shipped, loads of them from the Pentagon, were all shipped out because they were all Bin Laden's relations. They shipped them straight over to fucking Afghanistan. Shipped them straight out on a massive fucking airplane, like the Concorde, and shipped them all straight back to fucking where they were. 500 got shipped the same day. Got them out, took them out of the country. But that Bin Laden, he got caught. He got caught, and he's give up. He's give up because after that, all the other ones started getting caught straight away. He's give out all strategic information where they're at, and he's probably in the Navy base or RAF based in fucking England or in America, probably America because Americans, and he'll be over there and he'll be giving them fucking stuff because he was a very, very intelligent man. I don't believe he's been captured. I think he's been captured. He's put his hands up and said a surrender type thing. I don't believe for a second they killed him because they'd have showed him first before they would let us saying we've got the bastard now. Like they were Saddam Hussein, they had him in jail, didn't they, for ages, and they gave him a trial, didn't they, and everything. So why didn't they do the same with him? Because he's given himself up. That's what he's done. Because he was about 80 odd years old, I think, at the time. I don't believe them. I don't believe nothing fucking anything. Most of the things the Americans say are lies. Right, I'm going to have to go because I'm fucking starving to death. Hey, I've had a good night tonight. I don't know about you. If you think of anything else, ask me, and I'll bet you I know it. There's a challenge for you. With them nukes. Mark, you know them Russians. Don't trust them I don't trust them fucking North Koreans more than anyone. I'm more scary, I'm telling you now, the Chinese, the Japanese, and the North Koreans, because they will not give in, them fuckers. In the Second World War, even when they dropped the nuclear bomb in Nagasaki, it wiped out 100,000 people. Then they dropped another nuclear bomb, it wiped out about 80,000. Well, 200,000 people got killed, and they still wanted to fight. They just don't. It's in them. They just don't give in. Just keep fighting. There was one in the jungle till the late 1970s. The war ended, and he was still fighting. 20 or 30 years later, after the fucking war finished, he was still in the jungle. He really thought he was in the middle of the Pacific and in like a fucking on an island, and he really thought it was about 1974 something before he come in. He come in and put his hands up in the end, but he was there for all them fucking years. He went on to be a hero back in Japan. Yeah, he wouldn't give up. He said the war's over. They were shouting that he didn't believe them. Right, I'm off. I'm off ski. As this my mum says, I'm off ski. That's her favourite saying. And she's going somewhere. Right. Oh, it's scary this bit. Absolute cracking night. Brilliant. Before going to have my nightmares tonight. Don't be phoning me up at 4 in the morning, texting me at 4 in the morning, crying. The bogeyman's coming, Brian. Fuck off. Yeah.